following is a presentation of Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One.
From the 2 under center is Purdy. Got the snap. It's a jet sweep, and it comes to Samuel to the near side, the 5, diving in, running over the right tackle. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel on a jet sweep from the far to the near side.
Allen going to step up in the pocket. Now he's going to take it and run, and he's got the first down and more. 10, 5, and muscles his way into the end zone for an unbelievable 26-yard touchdown run. Are you kidding me? He's a beast with a capital B.
Now, it's time for Sunday Night Football. Let's head to the stadium and join Ryan Radke and Ross Tucker.
Welcome to Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York for Week 13 of Sunday Night Football as the 9-2 Buffalo Bills look to clinch the AFC East against the 5-6 San Francisco 49ers. Tonight's broadcast of the National Football League on Westwood One is sponsored by Wrangler, by BetMGM, by Indeed.com, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, and by the official NFL app. Hi, everybody. I'm Ryan Radke along with Ross Tucker. Scott Graham will join us shortly from our Westwood One studios. Well, it wasn't that long ago that San Francisco at Buffalo looked like a potential Super Bowl preview, but it's turned into a battle of teams that are heading in opposite directions. The Bills have won 6 straight. They're coming off a win against the Chiefs. They remain right on Kansas City's heels in the race for the AFC's number 1 seed. Meanwhile, the 49ers have lost back-to-back games. They have fallen a game below 500 in the NFC West. Ross, the good news for San Francisco, they do get their quarterback Brock Purdy back from a shoulder injury tonight. The bad news is they remain as beat up as any team in the NFL, which is a really bad place to be when you're playing the Buffalo Bills.
No question, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, obviously they have been without Dre Greenlaw all year, Javon Hargrave for a long time, Hufanga at safety, but then no Nick Bosa tonight. Again, they're 5-11 without him since they drafted him back in 2019. However, with Purdy being back, that does give them a chance on that side of the football. They still have Juwan Jennings, who's having a career year. We know about Kittle and Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey. It feels like if the Niners are going to win this one, Ryan, they're going to have to put up a decent amount of points.
Now, Buffalo is rolling. They have been scoring points like crazy. They can win the AFC East with a victory tonight. Ross, 30 points in 5 straight games. This offense is firing on all cylinders.
It is, and it doesn't feel like they've missed Stephon Diggs that much at all. Remember, they traded him. It was one of the most talked about trades in the offseason. What's happened when you watch the Bills is Josh Allen just operating the offense the way you're supposed to, right? They're no longer feeling like they need to feed a certain guy or keep someone happy. He spreads the ball around to everyone. He's going to have to do it again tonight without Dalton Kincaid. But Josh Allen has been stellar. Over 250 yards passing and 50 yards rushing each of the last 2 games.
All right, big story coming in tonight has been the weather. It has stopped snowing here in Buffalo. There is a little bit of snow that's still on the field. Temperature right now is in the high 20s. Wind does not seem to be a real factor at this point. We could see some more snow as the game goes along tonight. How do you think the conditions impact these two teams?
Well, look, there's no question that the Bills and a lot of the players on this team are more accustomed to playing in these weather conditions, and so that's an advantage for them. That said, they say that weather can be the great equalizer, so you never know. Maybe there's a slip or something happens that helps the Niners and goes in their favor.
Much more to come from Buffalo as we approach kickoff between the 49ers and the Bills. But when we return, Scott Graham joins us from our Progressive Insurance Studios. Cars, homes, boats, motorcycles, RVs, and more at Progressive.com. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Christian McCaffrey and the San Francisco 49ers.
They give it to Christian off the right side. Cutback. Touchdown! CMC!
Take on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Allen going to take it and run, and he's got the first down and more, and muscles his way into the end zone.
Tonight at 8:20 p.m. Eastern. Catch the national broadcast on NFL Radio Channel 88. The 49ers call on Sirius 83 XM226. The Bills call on Sirius 85 XM225. In the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Through the years we
Welcome your family and friends home with timeless Christmas music and carols on Hallmark Radio.
It's the most wonderful time.
A channel that fills the season of giving and gathering with sounds of warmth and good cheer.
You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear
Hallmark Radio on Channel 105 through Christmas Day, or listen at home with the Sirius XM app, along with dozens of other holiday channels and specials. This Thanksgiving, gobble up something good on the Sirius XM app. From dinner party mixes to a feast of live football, food podcasts, and more fall fixings.
Jarrett back, looking, lofting, right side. Amon-Ra St. Brown, touchdown, Detroit Lions.
We're serving up the perfect soundtrack for any moment this holiday weekend. Just search Thanksgiving in the Sirius XM app.
Touchdown!
Throughout the 2024 season, each NFL team channel on the Sirius XM app will feature the team's pre- and post-game shows before and after every game.
What's given me confidence is how they've responded to adversity.
Get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio. Now your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the Sirius XM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with Sirius XM 360L radios.
Welcome to the Sunday Night Football pregame show on Westwood One, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Now, here's your host, Scott Graham.
From our Westwood One studios, getting you ready for Sunday Night Football tonight, the Niners and the Bills in very chilly Buffalo. Before we get there, let's get you updated on what happened earlier today in the National Football League in Week 13. Philadelphia Eagles run their win streak to 8 games. They go to Baltimore, beat the Ravens today 24-19. Another 107 yards for Saquon Barkley and a touchdown. As Philly improves to 10-2 on the year, Baltimore goes into their bye week now at 8-5. Minnesota Vikings had to come from behind. They scored the go-ahead touchdown with 1:13 left to go. Beat Arizona today at home, 23-22. Another win in a tight ball game as Minnesota improves to 10-2. Arizona falls to 6-6. Washington breaks their 3-game losing streak. They beat Tennessee at home today, 42-19. Jaden Daniels throwing for 3 scores and running for another as the Commanders improved to 8-5. Tennessee falls to 3-9. Rams got a win on the road in New Orleans in a regular season game for the first time since 2007. 21-14 the final in this one, with all 21 points coming after halftime. Rams now 6-6. New Orleans is 4-8. It took overtime, but Tampa Bay knocked off Carolina 26-23. Chase McLaughlin, a 30-yard field goal in the extra period for the game winner as Tampa improves to 6-6. Carolina now 3-9. Seattle comes from behind and beats the Jets in New York today, 26-21 the final. Seattle is now 7-5. New York falls to 3-9. Pittsburgh got 414 yards passing and 3 scores out of Russell Wilson today. In Cincinnati, they beat the Bengals 44-38 to continue their hold on top of the division at 9-3 in the AFC North. Cincinnati probably out of the playoff picture now at 4-8. Chargers get a win in Atlanta today, 17-13. LA now 8-4. Atlanta falls to 6-5. Houston gets back into the win column today, beating Jacksonville in Jacksonville, 23-20 the final. The Texans are 8-5. Jacksonville is 2-10. And for Indianapolis, a come-from-behind win led by Anthony Richardson today, 25-24 at New England. What does that mean? Well, first of all, Anthony Richardson leads a game-winning drive. Secondly, Indy now at 6-7, sitting on the easiest strength of schedule the rest of the way. They have a bye next week. We'll see what they do coming back out of that. New England continues to struggle at home. They've lost 10 of their last 11 at Gillette Stadium, and they are 3-10. Working our way toward kickoff of Sunday Night Football. Time to hear now from Nick Costos of BetQL Network with some of the numbers our listeners might be interested in for tonight's matchup between the 49ers and the Bills. Nick?
Thanks, Scott. The spread for Sunday Night Football sees Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, a 6.5-point home favorite over Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers, the total 44.5. And this one going to be played in the elements. Snow on the ground in Buffalo, appropriate for the first day of December. San Fran going to be without future Hall of Fame left tackle Trent Williams and All-Pro pass rusher Nick Bosa, but Purdy will be back after missing last week. But bettors not into the Niners, with this spread nearly touching 7. 7. The total is interesting. Snowy conditions can actually help an offense. It's wind that can wreck passing attacks, and the wind doesn't look bad. Over 44.5 is worth a look. As for props, San Fran will need to mitigate Williams' absence by getting the ball out of Purdy's hands quickly. Christian McCaffrey's receiving yards prop tonight, 33.5. I'm Nick Costos from the BetQL Network, sponsored by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly. Scott, back to you.
I thank you very much, Nick. As we continue with the pregame show, we'll take a closer look at tonight's matchup, including a conversation with a very active defender on the Buffalo side of the ball, A.J. Epinesa. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Are you having the holiday horrors, trying to figure out the perfect gift for everyone on your list? So many people, so few ideas. It's terrifying. But guess what? I have the perfect gift you can give everyone. Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins. That's right, hands-free Skechers Slip-ins. They're the perfect gift for a mother, for a father, grandma, grandpa, for the kids, for a friend, for a coworker, and for your boss who you're hoping gives you that big holiday bonus. For everybody. Because Skechers Slip-ins don't cost a ton of money. They last a long time and people will appreciate them forever. Every time they slip you a gift on, they will smile. And why are they smiling? Because with Skechers Slip-ins, they'll never have to touch their shoes again. Just step into them and they're on, with no bending down, no retying the laces, and you are good to go. And they're so easy to give. No more wandering the store, no more scrolling online wondering what to get people. Give the newest thing, the most convenient change in footwear that's ever been. Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins. Find Skechers Slip-ins for the holidays at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Back at the Sunday Night Football pregame show, getting you ready for San Francisco and Buffalo this evening. And an interesting matchup as we continue here in the Progressive Insurance Studios, offering auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options. Visit Progressive.com today. San Francisco's never made the playoffs when they started at season 5 and 6 or worse. And they also haven't beaten winning teams this year. 4-1 against teams with losing records, but 1-5 against winning teams this year. And back-to-back losses. That back-to-back losses not lost on their head coach, Kyle Shanahan.
We haven't won as much as I believe we should have. We've lost 3 games that I feel we were capable of winning and should have won. Those are the ones that are the toughest. We got to overcome some things that we're in right now, and I believe we can overcome them, but we put ourselves in a tough bind, and that's why we got to be extremely good and successful here going forward to be able to overcome that stuff.
Meantime, the Bills, their best 11-game start since the 3rd Super Bowl team in a row back in 1992, trying to wrap up a division and going up against what is still, despite injuries, a potent San Francisco offense. That is something that I asked A.J. Epinesa about this week.
I wouldn't let their record speak for them. You know, they're a very talented team. They have a lot of guys that have all-pro status, Pro Bowl status, and just very talented guys all across the board on the offensive side and defensive. But, I mean, they've just been on the struggle bus a little bit with injuries and staying healthy and stuff like that, and that's kind of taking them back. But treat this week like every other week. You know, that's my mindset. I know that's a lot of our guys on defense. We try to not make it bigger than it is. Some people try to downplay it because of their record, but we know what it is, and we're going to treat it like, you know, like we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to play hard and compete like this could be our last.
Well, speaking of the Super Bowl, you know, playing both Super Bowl participants over the course of a very short period of time. You know, and I've seen, and we've talked about it, we did a feature on our NFL Insider show on the Bills-Chiefs rivalry. Is there something to winning that game, though, just beyond this year's, you know, all right, this time around, we are in a good spot and there's a satisfaction level with winning that game, or is it just one more win against another NFL team?
You know, in a reality sense, it is just another win against another NFL team. But whenever, you know, all the extracurriculars, all the other stuff that's added onto it, their record, plus the media, plus this and that, you know, it's trying to be blown up or trying to be bigger than it is. And it's easy to let it go that way. You know, it's easy to let it kind of fill your head like this game is this game is that. And it's tough to do, but we try to keep it, you know, like you said, just another game. It sucks to have to just say that because it's not exciting, but it's what I think makes our ship go whenever we just kind of stay tethered down, stay locked in, and don't blow it up. Don't belittle it. Just respect it like you do everything else and just come prepared and come ready to win.
You know, this is a fun time in a lot of different ways for you guys. And, you know, the success that you've had, the sustained success you've had, And I've talked to a couple of your teammates about this over the years. And you're talking about, divisional titles in a row that have never happened to this organization or haven't happened since the early 1990s. How much pride is there in bringing this level of consistent good play back to Buffalo?
No, that's a great question. It's a pride thing, I would say. A lot of guys, we have a lot of pride in our professionalism of this game. And, we have a certain standard, and that's really what I'm getting to. Is like we have pride in our standard. So when you don't reach that standard, you know it. You know it inside your own heart. Everyone else knows it, and it's something that Coach McDermott, Bobby, everybody has harped on. That we have a standard, and we play to this level. And if we're anywhere down here, the coaches will let us know. We keep it professional. But there's a standard, and so whenever it's not met, the next day we have to go above and beyond to get back to that standard.
How tough are A.J. Epinesa and his teammates going to be to beat tonight? Well, Buffalo's won 14 straight regular season games in December or later. Check the calendar. Today's December 1st. Opening kickoff coming up. We're going to rejoin Ryan Racky and Ross Tucker at Highmark Stadium when we return. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
This is Dave LaGreca from SiriusXM's Busted Open, and I love pro wrestling. And so do you. And that's why I'm bringing it to you every day on the Busted Open podcast. Join me in a cast of pro wrestling Hall of Famers for reactions, insights, and interviews with the biggest names. Plus, weekly sessions all about their decades of wrestling expertise that we call the Masters Class. Download Busted Open now on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey everyone, it's your friend John Mayer here. Genres aren't rock or pop or hip-hop. They're real genres of life. They're like Mondays, dinner with family, songs I remember from junior high. And that's what you're going to get on Life with John Mayer. It's my music, it's everyone else's music. It's singing in the shower and a quiet night at home. Come along with me as I play music that fits the moments of your life as they happen. On now, Channel 14, and on the SiriusXM app.
I'm Mariah Carey.
This holiday season, the Queen of Christmas takes over SiriusXM Holly every Monday.
Mariah Mondays.
Sharing her favorite holiday music and stories.
My gift to you.
Celebrating 30 years since Mariah released her first Christmas album.
Happy holidays.
Throughout December, starting tomorrow on Holly, Channel 79, or at home with a SiriusXM app.
No one knows football like Howard Stern.
Every time I get excited about a team, they lose.
Hard-hitting analysis.
It's not like me to try anything athletic.
And detailed play-by-play of who scored last night.
Hi, this is Travis Kelce's agent. He's going to be bigger than The Rock. I'm not kidding.
Catch the Howard Stern Show.
Today is Fan Appreciation Day.
Live at 7 a.m. Eastern on Howard 100 and the SiriusXM app.
Welcome back to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One. It's time for another memorable moment in football history. Sponsored by Kohl's.
23 of San Francisco. Pistol formation, 2nd down, 9. Here's a pass down the near sideline. Over the shoulder catch made for a touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie on the near sideline of the 5 and prances into the end zone. 23-yard touchdown pass. The third tonight by quarterback Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. And they extend their lead 23-10 over San Francisco.
Kevin Harlan with a call on Westwood One back in December of 2020 as the Bills beat the Niners 34-24 the last time these teams squared off. The game was supposed to be played at Levi's Stadium, but due to strict COVID protocols in Santa Clara County, the contest was moved to Glendale, Arizona, where the Bills had lost on a heartbreaking Hail Mary to the Cardinals 3 weeks earlier. This time was different for Buffalo and Josh Allen, who finished the game with 375 yards and 4 touchdown passes. Later that season, the 2020 Bills clinched their first division title since 1995. They advanced to the AFC Championship game, where they fell to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. That's tonight's memorable moment in football history, sponsored by Kohl's. When the holidays get real, start at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where you're going to find everything you need all in one place. Kohl's, where families come first. Interesting opportunity tonight for the Buffalo Bills, trying to be the fourth team ever to beat both Super Bowl teams from the previous season in consecutive games. Last team to do it was the 2016 Falcons. Can they do it tonight? Let's head out to Highmark Stadium and join the guys calling the action, Ryan Radke and Ross Tucker. Guys?
All right, Scott, thanks very much. They are packed in here on a snowy December evening as we get set for the Bills and the 49ers. Time now for Ross Tucker's Keys to the Game, sponsored by Uline. Success in sports starts with fundamentals. Uline's fundamentals are quality-tested shipping and industrial products always in stock and ready to ship today. That's Uline. Ross, let's start with the visiting San Francisco 49ers, Kyle Shanahan's team. They said themselves they were embarrassed a week ago in Green Bay. They've lost back-to-back games. How do they get back in the win column tonight?
Well, Ryan, let's start with the start. They need to get off to a fast start in this game, especially in these weather conditions. They're not very well suited to have to come back from a big deficit. Much better when they can run the football and run play-action pass off of it. And then the turnovers, right? You hate saying that as a key. You can say that for any team, any game. But the Niners are 4-0. 32 points per game this year when they win the turnover differential, but just 1-6, less than 19 points per game if they don't. Won't be easy. The Bills have the best turnover margin in all of football.
All right, let's talk about Buffalo. They have been hot, winners of 6 straight coming into tonight. How do they make it 7 in a row, Ross?
Defensively stop the run. It shouldn't be that hard to do. Christian McCaffrey is averaging just 3.5 yards per carry, has no touchdowns in his 3 games since he was activated. You stop him, you make them one-dimensional. That is not where Brock Purdy and the Niners want to live. And then red zone touchdowns, right? When you're the better team, you need to score touchdowns when you get down near the goal line. They have to settle for some field goals. They'll keep the Niners in this thing.
It is 29 degrees here in Buffalo tonight. The snow has begun falling again. Coin toss just took place at midfield. The 49ers won the toss, and they have deferred their option to the second half. So we will see Josh Allen and the Bills offense on the field first. 49ers will play in their white jerseys tonight with red numbers. They have gold pants, and they have the gold helmets with the SF logo on either side. Bills, meanwhile, are in the blue tops with the white numbers. They have white pants and white helmets. Time for the opening kickoff, sponsored by T-Mobile. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today. Jake Moody with the ball teed up at the 35-yard line. He will kick it away from our right to our left. Brandon Codrington is back deep to return for Buffalo, along with Ray Davis. Great to have you along to start the month of December, a month in which the Bills have had a lot of success. Last 5 years, they are 19-2 in regular season games in December and January. Moody steps it off, lifts his right hand in the air. He is on the approach, and the ball blows off the tee, so he will reset, and we'll do it all again.
And if that happens again, they'll have a 12th guy come out on the field to hold the ball. I was here for the opener when we had the first time in the history of the sport of football our 12 guys were legally allowed to be on the field.
You love the legal 12th man. Jake Moody on the approach. Here's a high end-over-end kickoff. This is returnable. It'll be taken to the goal line. This is Davis angling right across the 10. 15 out of the 20-yard line. Takes a shot. Hangs onto the football and goes down at about the 22. What a hit put on by D. Winters. Just laid a shot on Ray Davis and stops him in his tracks. And the Bills will start inside their own 25. Josh Allen, 64% completion percentage, over 2,500 yards. James Cook is having a big year as the starting running back with 10 touchdowns. Mac Hollins, Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, the wide receivers. Dawson Knox, the tight end. No Dalton Kincaid. He's inactive again tonight. Bills will start 1st and 10 at their own 22, moving left to right. 2 receivers left, shotgun snap to Allen, quick pass left side, caught by Shakir, runs along the numbers. Shakir broke a tackle, then gets stood up and driven backwards. And that'll be no gain on the play. Excellent job by the 49ers, all kinds of white jerseys there in pursuit. Malik Collins made the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Not surprised that the Bills try to get the ball to Shakir in space to start the game. He's 2nd in the NFL in yards after catch behind only Jamar Chase from the Bengals. He is dynamic once he gets the ball in his hands.
2nd down 10. Bills go with 2 receivers left, single man right. Allen in the gun with Cook to his left. Now Shakir in motion from left to right. Here's the snap, handoff Cook, angling to the right hash, and James Cook picks up a couple. Falls forward out to about the 20-40-yard line. Fred Warner, the 49ers leading tackler, was in the middle of that. Gain of 2, and it's now 3rd and 8.
It's only a few plays here, Ryan, but if it's any indicator, the Niners have come to play tonight. We're about to find out what exactly the heart of a champion looks like. They've been so good over the last 4 or 5 years. All 3 plays so far, they have been smacking and right where they need to be. Can they get off the field here now on 3rd down?
Bills 42% on 3rd downs this year. Trips left, single man right, and a false start. Dawson Knox, who was split off the line on the right side, got an early jump.
False start, offense number 88. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Alex Kemp is our referee tonight, so the first penalty against the Bills, and now it'll be a 3rd and 13.
Very big difference between 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 13. When you look at a call sheet for an offensive coordinator, it'll say 3rd and 1 or 2, 3rd and 3 to 5, 3rd and 6 to 8, 3rd and 10 to 12. I mean, you're getting to plays now where he's going to have to really drive the ball down the field to have any shot for a first down.
Back it up to the 19-yard line. Allen waits in the gun, gets the snap. He's back to pass. Allen looking, has time, checks it down short left. Caught by Ty Johnson. Outside the numbers, up to the 25. And Fred Warner is in there again to help crack him out of bounds over on that far sideline at the 28. That's well short of the first down. The 49ers force a 3 and out on Buffalo's opening possession.
And that is why that penalty is so significant, because it allows the Niners to just play a soft zone like that. They'll give you the check down. And then all the linebackers rally to the football. Terrific leverage. They kept him right inside of him. That is well done, 3 and out to start this game for San Francisco.
Sam Martin comes on to punt. Jacob Cowing is back deep to return for the 49ers, standing just inside his 30-yard line. Martin waiting at his own 14-yard line on the snap from Reed Ferguson. Ferguson bends over the football. Here's the snap, and Martin gets the right-footed kick away, a spiraling kick. Cowing backing up. He's got it around his 25-yard line, runs straight ahead, breaks the seam to the 30, over the 35, and Cowing is out to about the 37-yard line. So a nice job by Cowing, the rookie out of Arizona, split 2 right away and works his way ahead for a 10-yard return after a 47-yard punt. Dorian Williams in on the tackle. A reminder, you can watch NFL Network and Westwood One announcers Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner Sundays at 9 a.m. Eastern on NFL Game Day morning, only on NFL Network. So here come the 49ers with Brock Purdy back at quarterback. He missed last week with a shoulder injury. 13 touchdowns, 8 picks for Purdy this year. Christian McCaffrey is back playing in his 4th game after being out with the Achilles issue. Deebo Samuel, Jawan Jennings, the wide receivers. The All-Pro George Kittle is the tight end. 49ers will start with trips right, single man left. Purdy is in the gun, splits McCaffrey out to his right. Purdy waits, gets the snap, back to pass. Looking, has time, throws over the middle. That's caught by Kittle. And George Kittle out to about the 44, maybe the 45-yard line. Matt Milano just back off IR, made the tackle. But Brock Purdy goes to his man, George Kittle, right off the bat. And a nice gain for the 49ers on first down. That's a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Love the quick pass there by Purdy, because they've got an entirely backup left side of the offensive line. It's not just Trent Williams, but Aaron Banks, the left guard, is out as well. You do not want to stress that side of the line in particular here early in the game.
3 receivers bunched right on 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Handoff McCaffrey, runs straight ahead. And McCaffrey across the 45 to the 46. DeMar Hamlin with the tackle. Gain of 2 for McCaffrey on his first touch. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for the 49ers. Well, the snow has started to come down again. They had this field pretty well cleared at kickoff, but it's starting to get covered up. They had a lot of snow here yesterday, worked through the night to get it cleared, and it's starting to come down as hard as we've seen it since we've been at the stadium. 3rd down, 1 for San Francisco. Purdy lines up under center, now drops back into the gun with McCaffrey to his right. Receivers left and right. Purdy waits, gets the snap, handoff McCaffrey straight ahead along the left hash. First down to the 50 into Buffalo territory, and McCaffrey is down to the 48. DeMar Hamlin made the tackle, but Christian McCaffrey bursts along the left hash, picks up 6, and the 49ers move the sticks.
Well done by the big guys up front. The center, Brennel, did a terrific job there, and McKivitz, the right guard, and Puny, the entire right side of the offensive line. Right now, the Niners are taking the fight to the Buffalo Bills.
From the Bills 48, 1st down and 10. Receivers left and right. Juszczyk goes in motion from right to left. Now back out to the right side. Here's the snap. Toss it to McCaffrey along the left hash. Big hold on the 40. Lowers the shoulder. Inside the 35. Breaking tackles. Inside the 30. And down to the 28. Christian McCaffrey with a gaping chasm to run through initially. Then breaks through tackles. Picks up 20. Taron Johnson with the tackle. But the 49ers off and running on their opening drive.
Love that design. It's a toss to the right, but it's a natural bend back. So all the Bills are flowing that way. He cuts it back, gets a key block from Kittle there, and that's one thing you want to do with poor footing, right, is have counters and run the opposite of the flow.
From the Bills 28, 1st and 10, handoff Jordan Mason straight ahead left hash. Mason breaking tackles inside the 20, and he's got a first down. So McCaffrey checks out. Mason comes in, bursts ahead for 10. Another first down for San Francisco.
And if I'm the Niners, I'm not throwing it right now until the Bills show they can stop the run. They're getting 10 yards a clip right now. This is big boy football from Kyle Shanahan's crew. And a lot of it is these counters to try to use the Bills' speed and momentum against them.
First down and 10, 49ers at the Bills 18. Two receivers right, one left. Kittle in motion to the right. Here's the snap. Handoff. McCaffrey back in there straight ahead. And this time not a whole lot for Christian McCaffrey. Picks up a yard or two. Taron Johnson with the tackle. Second and long coming up for the 49ers.
Interestingly, Ryan, usually it's not easy to run in these conditions because the offensive line can't really get great footing to come flying off the ball. It might sound counterintuitive to some, but you're usually better throwing in the snow because the defensive line can't really get off the snap for the same reason, the footing.
Second down, about 8.5. Purdy lines up in the shotgun, takes the snap, quick throw, right side, caught by McCaffrey, runs outside the numbers. He's down to about the 15, and he takes a shot there, leans forward close to the 14-yard line. Hamlin again on the tackle, and a third down coming up for the 49ers now with 8:18 to go in the first quarter. No score, the opening possession for San Francisco after Buffalo went 3 and out.
Hasn't affected any plays yet, but I have seen Jawan Jennings slip multiple times already. All of the Niners are kicking the snow off their cleats in the huddle right now. This is a very important down because you cannot take any of these field goals for granted. Any kick is going to be a tough one.
Third down and 7. 49ers need the 8 for a first down. Kittle in motion from left to right. Purdy gets the snap, back to pass, throws over the middle, incomplete. Threw that before McCaffrey had come out of his break. The throw was behind him. And on fourth down, Jake Moody will come out for a field goal try.
That is unfortunate for San Francisco. Purdy had time. They had really good protection. Again, the snow helps them. He and McCaffrey not on the same page. He thought McCaffrey was going to turn over his inside shoulder. McCaffrey turned over his outside shoulder. Probably would have had the first down. Big time missed opportunity for the Niners.
So now Moody for a 33-yard attempt. He is 18 to 22 on the year. Moody ready, snap, spot. The kick is on the way. It's end over end. It is right down the middle and good. So Jake Moody caps off the drive with a 33-yard field goal, and the 49ers are on the board first. With that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol shaving cream delivering a quality shave at an honest value for over 100 years. 7 minutes, 41 seconds to go first quarter. 49ers 3, Bills nothing. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Hey, this is Ken Schrader.
And Kenny Wallace, inviting you to listen to our podcast, Herman Schrader, every week on Dirty Mo Media and Sirius XM.
We'll chime in on what's going on in NASCAR today, rehash stories from our racing careers,
and talk about things that have always been between us. Until now, we're always honest.
And sometimes truthful. But we're warning you, we're playing by nobody's rules.
Listen on the Sirius XM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up, college football fans? It's Eric McLean and Kelly Gramlich here from Gramlich and McLean. Wake up with us every single morning on Sirius XM Channel 371.
Join us each day at 7 a.m. to get the most in-depth ACC football coverage. We're giving you post-game recaps, player and coach interviews, as well as picks for your favorite team each and every week.
Coast-to-coast coverage every single day. It's football season, baby. Let's go.
Gramlich and McLean, weekday mornings beginning at 7 a.m. Eastern on ACC Radio, Sirius XM Channel 371.
Feel the thrill of the Premier League on Sirius XM FC.
Arsenal running riot. A quick fire double from Chelsea.
Hear every pulse-pounding moment.
Haaland scores the hat-trick. Brilliant left foot strike by Salah. What a goal by Marcus Rashford.
From the world's most exciting league.
Absolutely glorious from Tottenham Hotspur.
Manchester United turn it round.
All on your radio home for that beautiful game.
If you like soccer, you are in the right place.
The Premier League lives on Sirius XM FC 157 and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Hey, football fans, this is Jim Miller.
And I'm Pat Kerwin. Be sure to join us tomorrow for Moving the Chains at 3 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio.
We'll be recapping all the action from Sunday and getting you ready for Monday Night Football as Jameis Winston and the Browns take on Bo Nix and the Broncos.
Plus, we'll keep you up to date with the latest injury news and talk with both Falcons head coach Raheem Morris and Bucs head coach Todd Bowles.
So come talk some ball with us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, Sirius XM, NFL Radio, Channel 88, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Ryan Radke, Ross Tucker here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Buffalo. Tackle your to-do list with Grainger. From locker rooms to plant floors, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. 9-play, 48-yard drive for the 49ers ends in a Jake Moody 33-yard field goal. They've got a 3-0 lead with 7:41 to go in the first quarter. Brandon Codrington, Ray Davis back deep to return the kickoff from Jake Moody, who looked very comfortable on his first kick. We watched him during warm-ups. He slipped and fell a couple of times, but he had no problems on the 33-yarder. He drives an end-over-end kickoff here back into the end zone. Davis has it bounce off his chest. He'll have to go run that down, and now Codrington will come back to help him and go down to a knee, and the Bills will start at the 30-yard line. Well, Ross, you were talking about some of the 49ers having problems slipping. In games like this, how much of that is the early game, figuring out your footing? Do you have the right cleats on? Do you have to change?
Well, everyone should start the game with the longest cleats possible, right? Now, I will say this. I don't know that all these guys were expecting it to snow again like this. You know, before the game, 20 minutes ago, there was no snow on the field. It has picked up significantly since the game started.
Yeah, they were out with the blowers during the break, just clearing off the yard lines. First down and 10 for the Bills. Allen lines up in the shotgun. He's got backs on either side. Takes the snap. Here's a handoff. Davis off the right side looking for room and finding none. Into a wall of 49er defenders. Maybe got a yard on the play. Jair Brown from his safety spot led the charge. It'll be second down and long. But boy, I know it's early, Ross, but the opening offensive drive and so far what we've seen from the Niners defense, it looks like the 49ers we've watched the last couple of years.
You are exactly right. The 49ers are a prideful bunch. I don't know what will happen the rest of the game, but I can assure you these guys came to play tonight. They are out hitting and out physicaling the Bills on both sides of the ball right now.
Second down 9, Bills from their own 31. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Shotgun snap to Allen. Back to pass, looking right, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, gets away, rolling to his right, looking down the field. Now throws down the left sideline for Shakir, and it's incomplete. Allen did a great job to buy time, put it out there for Shakir, but Renardo Green, the nickelback, an excellent job to break that one up. And a 3rd and 9 coming up for the Bills.
Man, already seeing some of the D linemen like Gross Matos lose his footing. And then it's funny, it's not only your footing when you're getting off the ball, Ryan, but Malik Collins, he couldn't slow down to sack Josh Allen. He beat Osiris Torrance clean, but wasn't able to throttle down enough to get Allen down.
3rd down and 9, trips left. Single man right, Allen in the gun. Here's the snap. Allen back to pass. Looking, has plenty of time. Surveys the field. Fires deep down the middle of the field. Incomplete. There's flags all over the place. Bills are signaling this is against the 49ers. The flags came in from the secondary. Pass was intended for Shakir. It was well overthrown. But let's see. We'll hear from Alex Kemp. The 49ers defense is staying on the field.
While the quarterback had the ball in the pocket, illegal contact. Defense number 7. It's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That'll go against Charvarius Ward. Look, I know Ward got the penalty right there, but just great to see him back on the field. He has been dealing with a really tough family situation as of late. His young daughter passed away and has been away from the team. His thoughts and prayers for the Ward family. It's been a very difficult time for them.
Well said, Ryan, and it was a clear penalty there by Ward.
Move it ahead to the 36, 1st and 10. Allen takes the snap. Here's a handoff straight ahead. Ty Johnson finds a hole, and he bursts forward near the first down. Well, Ty Johnson getting a nice gaping hole to run through. Gets up to about the 40-yard line. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and short. Gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2 now for Buffalo.
You know, that was a very costly penalty by Ward because the Niners were going to get off the field with another 3 and out here. And if your coaching point here should be no penalties, make them show and prove they can complete these passes in this weather.
2nd down and 2. Slot right. Allen under center gets the snap. Handoff James Cook. Running left. Gets grabbed around the waist and pulled down shy of the first down. Cook was waiting for an opening. Looked like maybe he had it, but it closed down in a hurry. It's a gain of just 1. And now a 3rd and 1 for the Bills with 5:49 to go in the first quarter. 3-0 San Francisco.
Interesting right now that Allen's in the gun. I think he'll come up and they'll sneak it. But can their offensive line get enough of a push? They have enough traction.
Allen lines up under center, takes the snap, drives straight ahead, and has the first down. Needed a yard, got 2 as he worked his way out to about the 48-yard line. Tune in to watch all the excitement of the NFL next Sunday on CBS and Fox. Check your local listings for games and times in your area. Catch the NFL on CBS and Fox.
Boy, they got awesome knockback on that. David Edwards, the left guard, he just threw Kevin Givens out of the club, knocked him 5 yards back.
Bills now at their own 48, 1st down and 10. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Allen gets the shotgun snap, back to pass, sets his feet, has time, looks, throws short left side, caught by Morris across the 49ers 40, and he's down to about the 37. So Quentin Morris getting involved. Fred Warner makes the tackle. Gain of 14 for Quentin Morris, just his 2nd catch of the year.
Well, when they want to go to multiple tight end sets without Dalton Kincaid, sometimes it'll be Morris. I love the design there. Morris stayed in the block for a full second and a half. Then he released, and the Niners kind of lost him.
From the 49ers 38, 1st down and 10. Allen under center, receivers left and right. Samuel motions from left to right. Here's a handoff to Cook, hit in the backfield, swallowed up. Nowhere to go as Devondre Campbell came bursting through, and he makes the tackle back at the 42-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 and bring up 2nd down and 14.
Aggressive call there by Nick Sorensen, the Niners D coordinator, calling the linebacker blitz. Mark my words, Josh Allen's legs are going to be a factor in this game because when he drops back to pass and the Niners go to rush him, they're going to have a tough time retracing.
Bills will go with trips right. Allen in the gun, Cook to his left. 2nd down and 14 from the San Francisco 42. Here's the snap to Allen. Throws over the middle. Caught by Shakir. Inside the 35, down to the 34. And he is brought down there. Devondre Campbell in on the stop, as was Nick McLeod. Just signed off the practice squad yesterday. It goes as a gain of 8. It'll leave the Bills with a 3rd and 6.
You got to almost assume at this point in the field, a lot of these are going to be 4-down situations, right? I don't know if they're going to have Tyler Bass come out here and try a 51-yarder in the snow. I mean, maybe, but he's had his struggles anyway. The one good thing I would say, very little wind actually right now.
Twin receivers left and right. Allen in the gun. Ty Johnson to his right. 3rd down and 6 for the Bills from the San Francisco 34. Here's the snap. Quarterback draw. Allen straight ahead. Allen to the 30. Lowers his shoulder, and Josh Allen has the first down. He needed 6. He got 7. He was contacted shy of the line to gain, but using that big body, he drives ahead for a first down run.
He is grabbing his left hand, though. He has a glove on that left hand, and right at the end of the play, he got up and he's grabbing it. He got that left hand banged up again. Looks like he's grabbing the left 3 fingers there. We'll see if that becomes a factor, but he's hurting.
Devondre Campbell is the man that he ran through. 1st down and 10 from the San Francisco 27-yard line. Receivers left and right. Allen under center. Here's a toss play. Cook running right side inside the 25. Oh, he gets cracked and brought down at the 23. What a hit by Jair Brown coming up from his safety spot. It's a gain of 4, but man, Cook just had his head snapped back on that hit.
I have noticed these safeties for the Niners, they are not messing around. Jair Brown got the first hit on him. And then Malik Mustafa. I never heard of that guy before this year. Malik Mustafa, I can assure you, is playing for keeps. If you watch the Niners, watch number 6. That guy is bringing the pain.
Fourth rounder out of Wake Forest. Second down 6. Allen under center gets the snap. Toss play. Ty Johnson running left. Takes it outside the numbers. Out to the sideline. And he takes a shot and gets knocked out of bounds. Looks like he's just shy of the first down. He did cross the 20-yard line. It'll leave the Bills with a third down and short after a run of 4. It'll be third down at about 2.
Allen had an injury on that left hand earlier in the season, so he's been kind of protecting it. Anytime you get third and short like this, you got to think Josh Allen run, and especially when he's under center, I think quarterback sneak.
Third down and 1. Allen does line up under center. Single receiver split to the left. 2 receivers bunched right. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. First down inside the 15 to the 10. Ray Davis spinning to the 5, and he's brought down there. Ray Davis up the middle. Picks up 12. It'll be first and goal for the Bills. Isaac Yiadom with the tackle.
Well, as soon as Josh Allen said alert it, you knew it wasn't a sneak. It was a run because they had 2 plays called, and just a tremendous job by the right side of that offensive line. Spencer Brown, Torrance, the Niners D-line and linebackers were stuck to the guys in blue like glue.
Torrance got up to that second level and cut off Fred Warner. Helped allow Davis to bounce it to the right. First down and goal from the 5. Allen under center takes the snap. Handoff. Davis running outside right. Looking to turn the corner. He does and dives into the end zone. Touchdown Bills. A 5-yard touchdown run for Ray Davis. The rookie out of Kentucky diving inside the pylon, and the Bills have taken the lead. 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's Buffalo 6, San Francisco 3. The snowballs are flying, and the extra point is coming up.
What a tradition where all the fans just throw their snow up in the air. The key there was Mac Hollins. He was able to block the safety, Jair Brown, on the edge. But if that happens, Charvarius Ward, he needs to replace him. He needs to be the edge defender and set the edge. He was nowhere to be found. That's too easy for Buffalo.
Tyler Bass for the PAT. His kick is up. It is good inside the left upright. And with 3 seconds remaining in the quarter, it's the Bills 7, the 49ers 3. Buffalo capitalizes on the penalty. Remember, the 49ers seemingly had them stopped, but that illegal contact penalty gave the Bills a first down. They capitalize and end up with a touchdown. Well, all season long, you can stream the NFL on Westwood One for free, sponsored by Pfizer. This RSV season, don't drop the ball. Visit VaxAssist.com to check eligibility and schedule an RSV vaccine. And fans, a reminder, you can listen on WestwoodOneSports.com, on the NFL app, by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports or on our affiliate stations' digital platforms. So a 7-3 Bills lead as the 49ers will get the ball back. We talked about the 49ers run game and their ability to get things going. Well, the Bills answer back in kind. 49ers with 39 yards on the ground. The Bills so far with 44. And with Josh Allen maybe banging up that left hand, Ross, they depended on their running backs and O-line to get it done.
I wonder if Allen's left hand bothering him was a reason why they didn't go with the quarterback sneak there, because they're so successful with it. But Sean McDermott and the offensive coordinator, Joe Brady, might have thought better of it and not want to get that thing banged up again.
Deebo Samuel and Jordan Mason back deep to return the Tyler Bass kickoff. Bass sends a deep end-over-end kick into the end zone. Samuel's got it. He's coming out across the 5, now to the 10. Deebo right side 15, along the numbers to the 20, out to the sideline 25, and he is upended there. The 49ers will have it at the 25 when we return. End of the first quarter here in Buffalo with the score, the Bills 7 and the 49ers 3. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
This is Dave LaGreca from SiriusXM's Busted Open, and I love pro wrestling. And so do you. And that's why I'm bringing it to you every day on the Busted Open podcast. Join me in a cast of pro wrestling Hall of Famers for reactions, insights, and interviews with the biggest names. Plus, weekly sessions all about their decades of wrestling expertise that we call the Masters Class. Download Busted Open now on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
College
Basketball is back, and the road to the championship starts now on Sirius XM.
Knock it down!
Catch all the top games, the buzzer beaters, and the rivalries you live for in both men's and women's college basketball.
RJ Davis!
Whether you're driving, at home, or on the go, follow your favorite teams in every unforgettable moment. College basketball lives on Sirius XM. Anywhere you are, go to SiriusXM.com/sports to find out where to hear your favorite team.
To truly go inside the game of pro football, you need to see things from the player's perspective.
Let's go!
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, catch the Player's Point.
Let's go! Let's bring the energy!
Join NFL tight end Colin Thompson and Miami Dolphins fullback Alec Ingold as they break down the biggest stories in the NFL.
It's an encouraging way to look at football.
The Player's Point. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio, Channel 88 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
No one knows football like Howard Stern.
Every time I get excited about a team, they lose.
Hard-hitting analysis.
It's not like me to try anything athletic.
And detailed play-by-play of who scored last night.
Hi, this is Travis Kelce's agent. He's going to be bigger than The Rock. I'm not kidding.
Catch the Howard Stern Show. Today is Fan Appreciation Day. Live at 7 a.m. Eastern on Howard 100 and the Sirius XM app.
Welcome back to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One. I'm Ryan Radke along with Ross Tucker. The start of the second quarter is sponsored by Old Spice. Stinking places beyond your pits? Old Spice has you covered with total body deodorant. 24/7 freshness from pits to toes with daily use. 15 minutes gone. Bills 7, 49ers 3. A 13-play, 70-yard touchdown drive for Buffalo. Ross, what'd you take away from the first 15 minutes tonight?
Well, certainly that the Niners came to play, but also that it feels like both teams are going to be able to have some success running the football. They absolutely have so far in this game. I think the biggest play of the game so far, Ryan, was the illegal contact by Travarius Ward. I mean, the Niners were going to get off the field with a 3-and-out. Instead, the Bills turned it into a touchdown.
49ers will start this drive at their own 25, 1st and 10. Purdy under center with two receivers left. McCaffrey is the single back. Purdy back on a play fake, sets his feet, throws it short left. McCaffrey's got it along the numbers across the 30, cuts right to the 35, and Christian McCaffrey's got a first down. So McCaffrey out to about the 37. Terrell Bernard with the tackle. It's a gain of 12 on the catch and run by McCaffrey.
Boy, I really like screen passes in these weather conditions, right? Because you get the D-line, they start rushing up the field. They're not going to be able to stop their momentum to turn around and retrace and pursue. And then even the linebackers are going to have a tough time getting off those offensive linemen down the field. I'd call a lot of screens tonight if I'm either team.
First down and 10. Purdy in the gun, gets the snap, handed off McCaffrey, runs the right hash, finds a big hole, picks up another first down. Christian McCaffrey out near midfield. They'll give him progress to the 49-yard line. That's a run of 12 for McCaffrey. DeMar Hamlin with a tackle. A couple of big plays for Christian McCaffrey. And another 49er first down.
After almost every play, I'd say 20 of the 22 guys is trying to get the snow off of the bottom of their cleats. If your cleats are all full of snow, and that's what this lake effect snow's like, it's the sticky kind, you have no footing whatsoever, and no footing, no chance.
Snow continues to fall. 1st and 10, 49ers from their own 49. Two receivers left, one right. Purdy gets the snap. He's back, fakes the handoff, rush coming. Purdy spins out to his left, looking down the field. Purdy's going to tuck it and run. He's across the 50, and he steps out of bounds on the far sideline. They'll give him progress to the Bills' 48-yard line, so that'll be a run of 3. A.J. Epinesa escorts him out.
Well, Epinesa came scot-free off the edge. The Bills came with a blitz. The left tackle, Brown or Moore, he picked up the inside blitzer. Epinesa came flying off the edge. You can't come flying. I think these guys are going to have to throttle down a little bit to have a better chance to get sacks in these situations.
Officially a run of 2, 2nd down and 8. Two receivers right, one left. Purdy under center, takes the snap. He'll hand it off. This is McCaffrey. Left hash, big hole, 40. 35 to the 30, and just tripped up. Oh, McCaffrey was on his way to the end zone, and just a shoestring tackle from Taylor Rapp prevented him from scoring. It's a run of 18 for McCaffrey down to the Bills' 30-yard line.
Kind of feels inevitable, though, doesn't it? I mean, they are moving these Buffalo Bills defenders out of the way. These Bills defensive linemen and linebackers, they can't get any footing. This is crazy to watch. The Niners offensive linemen, they're just taking them where they want to go and throwing them in that direction.
First down and 10. Receivers left and right. Kittle goes in motion to the left. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off to Mason. Trapped up in the backfield. An excellent play by Rasul Douglas, the cornerback. He was right there as Jordan Mason took the handoff and brings down Mason for a loss of about 4 or 5.
Well, give that one to Bobby Babbage, the D coordinator for the Bills. He had Rasul Douglas come with a corner blitz. You have a slow developing play, almost like a draw back there. Douglas saw it all the way. That is a big tackle for loss. Going to be tough to overcome these long down and distances.
Second down 14. 49ers will go with trips to the right. Single man left, Purdy in the gun, Mason to his left side. Shotgun snap, Purdy is back. He's looking. Double clutches, rolling to his left. Purdy stops his feet, in trouble. Heaves it down the field. That one's intercepted. Picked off by the Bills. Purdy put it up for grabs, and DeMar Hamlin intercepts it inside the 5. There is a penalty flag that is down. The snowballs are flying, but let's hear from Alex Kemp.
Quarterback had the ball in the pocket. Illegal contact. Defense number 3. It's a 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Well, that'll take away Hamlin's 3rd interception of the year. He gets called for the penalty, and you got to believe that Purdy knew it, and that's why he just hung that one up there.
Well, I hope that's the case, because he just threw that one totally up for grabs. It looked to me like Kittle absolutely ran over one of the DBs. I didn't see the penalty on Hamlin. I'd like to take another look at that one. I also didn't see the flag. Was it buried under the snow? It's not easy to see.
Move the ball down just inside the 30. First down and 10, 49ers at the Bills 29. I formation, 2 receivers right. Here's a toss play to McCaffrey, running the right side, and McCaffrey goes down. He looks like he's hurt. And McCaffrey immediately is going to get up and limp to the sideline. Ross, he took that pitch, and as soon as he started to cut, he had a little limp and then just slid down in the snow. That'll be a loss of 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 15, and McCaffrey jogged to the Niners sideline.
Boy, that would not be good. He missed so much of the season, and yeah, that looks like a soft tissue injury. Remember, he had that Achilles tendonitis that went up into his calf and missed the first half of the season. That did not look good. He's going right into the blue tent.
So Jordan Mason is in a running back now. 2nd down 15. Shotgun snap to Purdy, back to pass, and they're going to blow it dead.
Before the ball was snapped, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Well, the 49ers go in the wrong direction. That's going to cost them 5 more. It's going to make it 2nd down and 20.
And you know, Ryan, I wonder how much this weather, in particular how cold it is, the impact that has on McCaffrey's muscles. You know, I mean, you try to warm it up as much as you can when you've had that issue for so long, but there's only so much you can do when it's less than 30 degrees out.
So back it up to the 39. 2nd down 20. Pearsall goes in motion from left to right. Shotgun snap to Purdy, back to pass. Rush coming, throws over the middle, caught by Deebo Samuel. He cuts right, he's grabbed around the ankles, and he leans forward down to about the 33-yard line. So 6 yards for Deebo Samuel. Matt Milano with the tackle. Crowd loves it hearing Milano's name. Just activated off IR yesterday. And now a 3rd and long, 3rd and 14 for the 49ers.
Feels like, especially if McCaffrey's out, that the Niners are going to have to get a lot from Deebo Samuel. We're talking about a guy that has less than 25 yards and 0 touchdowns the last 2 games. Can't happen, getting paid way too much, and feels like this should be his type of weather conditions with run after catch.
2 receivers left and right, shotgun snap, handoff Mason, angles off the right side, running just inside the numbers. He plows inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line. So that'll be a 6-yard gain for Jordan Mason, and it'll give Jake Moody a little bit of a shorter opportunity here. He's already hit from 33. And now Moody will come out trying to make this a 1-point game.
You know, these guys just can't take the same footwork that they normally would. They're trying to get a better fielding to be able to put the ball down. But does he have enough footing to really be able to drive this kick 45 yards?
Moody knocking some snow off his cleats. Eyes the uprights, says he's ready. Here's the snap, ball down. The kick is on the way, and it is no good. Moody missed it wide to the left. It looked a little funky coming off his foot, tried to hang on, but it slides outside the upright, and the 49ers get nothing. 8:48 to go first half. Bills 7, 49ers 3. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Hey, this is Ken Schrader.
And Kenny Wallace, inviting you to listen to our podcast, Herman Schrader, every week on Dirty Mo Media and Sirius XM.
We'll chime in on what's going on in NASCAR today, rehash stories from our racing careers,
and talk about things that have always been between us. Until now, we're always honest.
And sometimes truthful. But we're warning you, we're playing by nobody's rules.
Listen on the Sirius XM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Every NFL Sunday, you'll hear all the big plays on Sirius XM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
Follow the entire league without changing the channel.
Chiefs are in the red zone. Let's go out to Kansas City.
Plus, fantasy football updates and post-game interviews.
From Baltimore, tight end Mark Andrews.
The Sunday Drive brings you closer to the NFL. Sundays noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
It's the holidays, and SiriusXM's Doctor Radio is here to help with a healthy holiday survival guide. Enjoy your holiday meals without overdoing it.
Trying to avoid indigestion, bloating, and reflux.
Managing you and your family's mental health.
Seasonal depression, relationship struggles, stress, and burnout.
It's Doctor Radio's Healthy Holiday Survival Guide. Available now on the SiriusXM app. Spread the word. Anyone can enjoy SiriusXM in the car during our Listen Free event, happening now through December 2nd.
Hey, football fans, this is Jim Miller.
And I'm Pat Kerwin. Be sure to join us tomorrow for Moving the Chains at 3 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio.
We'll be recapping all the action from Sunday and getting you ready for Monday Night Football as Jameis Winston and the Browns take on Bo Nix and the Broncos.
Plus, we'll keep you up to date with the latest injury news and talk with both Falcons head coach Raheem Morris and Bucs head coach Todd Bowles.
So come talk some ball with us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, Sirius XM, NFL Radio, Channel 88, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for Sunday Night Football.
This is Peter King. Hear me all season long, every Monday night on Let's Go at 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Along with Ross Tucker, Ryan Radke here in Buffalo. 8:48 to go second quarter. Bills 7, 49ers 3. Every Westwood One football broadcast this season now available on all Alexa-enabled devices. Just say Open Westwood One Sports. You'll be taken straight to the action. That's Open Westwood One Sports on Alexa. Bills will start this drive at their own 35 after the Moody missed field goal. First down and 10. Allen is under center. He's got receivers left and right. James Cook is the running back. Allen will hand it off to Cook. Angles outside the right hash. Breaks a tackle. 40. Down the far sideline. 50. To the 40. 35. 30. 20. 15. 10-5. Touchdown Bills. James Cook rumbles 65 yards. And the Bills lead is 13-3. 8:38 to go in the second quarter. They love it in snowy Buffalo.
And all the offensive linemen just slid through the back of the end zone like they're 8 years old. Just a horrible missed tackle by Jair Brown for the Niners. No idea what he was doing or what angle he was taking. He was totally unblocked right at the point of attack, never even laid a hand on James Cook. The Niners need much better from their safety.
11th rushing touchdown of the season for Cook, and now Tyler Bass knocks the extra point through to give Buffalo a 14-3 lead with 8:38 to go here in the second quarter. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
You've got a Pepto predicament, moviegoer.
Hey, I can hear your stomach grumbling.
Sorry, I ate that entire tub of popcorn with extra butter.
You overdid it, and now your movie has turned into a blockbuster bellyache. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto Chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can focus on the action on the big screen instead of in your stomach. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto.
used as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, football fans. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms, 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Shop Dell Technologies' Cyber Monday event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Cyber Monday is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Scott Graham from our Westwood One studios. A look at the Week 13 scoreboard. Philly wins in Baltimore today. Their 8th victory in a row. They beat the Ravens 24-19. Minnesota comes from behind to knock off Arizona at home 23-22. Washington a winner over Tennessee 42-19. Rams score late, beat New Orleans 21-14. Tampa Bay in overtime over Carolina 26-23. Seattle comes from behind at the Meadowlands. They beat the New York Jets 26-21. Pittsburgh gets 414 yards out of Russell Wilson, and they win at Cincinnati 44-38. Chargers a winner in Atlanta today, 17-13 the final. Houston beats Jacksonville 23-20, and Indy scores late with a 2-point conversion to beat New England 25-24. All the details coming up at halftime. For now, back to Highmark Stadium. Ryan Radke and Ross Tucker.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. 8:38 to go second quarter. Bills lead at 14-3. 65-yard touchdown run for James Cook. Ross, one of your keys to the game for the 49ers, get off to a good start. Well, the opening drive was good. Since then, things have gone downhill in a hurry.
And the opening 3-and-out for them defensively was good. They were about to get another 3-and-out until the Ward penalty. They got off to a good start, but after that, it's gone all downhill. Kind of like James Cook on that run.
Deebo Samuel, Jordan Mason back to return the Tyler Bass kick. High end over end kick. Samuel's going to have a chance. He's got it around the 3, across the 10, angles right to the 15, out of the 20, stutters his feet, and he takes a shot at about the 22 or 23-yard line, and he is knocked down. That's where the 49ers will begin first down and 10. Cole Bishop with the special teams tackle. Word from the 49ers, it's a knee injury for Christian McCaffrey. Questionable to return. They have taken him back to the locker room. And Ross, it's the last thing 49er fans wanted to see. He missed all year with the Achilles. He's been back for 3 games. Was off to a good start tonight, but you could tell something was really wrong as soon as he took that pitch.
He felt it right away. He smartly slid down, but it just has not been the Niners' year. From an injury standpoint, they're playing yet another team coming off of a bye.
Here's the snap, handoff, Jordan Mason on first down, running left, 25 to the 30, breaks a tackle, 35, Mason up to the 40, 45 to the 50, and into Bills territory. Jordan Mason carrying tacklers with him down to the Buffalo 49. A run of 27 for Mason. Casey Toohill with the tackle.
So Mason doesn't give you the stuff in the passing game that McCaffrey does, but he can absolutely do this. He did a very admirable job filling in and running the rock while McCaffrey was out. And this Niners offensive line's doing the job. Puny, the rookie, downfield had an excellent block.
From the Bills 49, first and 10, handoff Mason again, starts right, cuts it back between the hash marks, and Mason spins his way to the 45-yard line, gain of 4. That'll bring up a second down and 6. Rasul Douglas in on the tackle. Now, Jordan Mason, he's still 15th in the NFL in rushing coming into tonight. Tells you the job he did while McCaffrey was out, because he hasn't gotten much action the last couple of weeks, and yet still top 15 in the league.
And that surprised me, Ryan. I kind of thought when McCaffrey came back that they would ease him in a little bit more, and that Mason had proven himself. And now I'm seeing Fred Warner going to the locker room as well for the Niners.
Second down and 6, quick throw left side. Deebo Samuel cuts it into the right, and Samuel doesn't find much room to run. He gets about a yard and a half before Ed Oliver makes the tackle. Deebo Samuel trying to cut back inside the numbers. And now it'll be a third down play, third down and about 4 here for San Francisco.
I'm being told it's cramps for Fred Warner that went in the locker room. You got to think that this is 4-down territory if you're San Francisco. I run it. I run it here on third down. You've had a lot of success doing it. The offensive line is doing a nice job. I think you have more success if you run it than if you throw it with Purdy.
Purdy will line up in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Here's the snap. Purdy will hand it off. This is Mason straight ahead across the 40-yard line, and Mason's got a first down. He dives down to the 37. Another big hole opens up. Jordan Mason picks up 7 and a first down for the 49ers with 6:19 to go in the first half. Bills leading at 14-3.
Ryan, you and I have done enough games together now. You know my philosophy. If you have something and it's working, keep doing it. Stick with it until the opposition proves they can stop it. Neither front 7 can get any kind of footing, and the offensive lines are able to move them wherever they want to.
Isaac Guerrero is in at running back now. 2 receivers stacked left, including Samuel, who goes in motion to the right. They'll hand off to Guerrero. He runs into his own man running left, and he gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Guerrero, the rookie 4th rounder out of Louisville. 227 rushing yards on the season coming into tonight. He gets nothing there, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. You always have been a big subscriber to the if it ain't broke, don't fix it theory.
No question. Now, Guerrero, he's known for his speed, but he ran right into the back of his own teammate there. I don't know if he's a snow type of player. We'll have to see. If he had made the cut behind McKivitz, the right tackle could have had a big gain.
Niners will go empty. 2 receivers left and right. Kittle on the right end of the line. Shotgun snap. Purdy back. Looks, pumps, pulls it down, steps up, hit from behind, and he falls forward. He'll get about a yard on the play. Von Miller made the tackle. It will not go as a sack as Purdy got across the line of scrimmage, but it will leave the 49ers with a 3rd down and 9.
So quarterbacks like empty sets like that because it's very difficult for the defense to disguise what they're doing, and the quarterback can see what's happening. The issue is that there's absolutely no threat of the run whatsoever, so you allow the defensive line to just tee off. Not a big fan of empty sets, especially in conditions like this.
3rd down and 9, twin receivers left and right. Pearsall in motion across the formation from left to right. Purdy gets the shotgun snap, back to pass, steps up in the pocket, moving to his right, being chased, and Purdy is sacked, brought down from behind by Greg Rousseau. He got Purdy around the ankles and brings him down at the 40. It is 4th down, and the 49ers will bring the punt team out.
One thing I've noticed from Purdy over the last month or so, he's holding on to the ball more, and he's looking to scramble more, and he's had some success with it, but these defensive linemen are too fat. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not one of these other guys, not Kyler Murray. Rousseau was able to just chase him down.
The veteran Pat O'Donnell, longtime Bear, 1-year Packer, comes on to punt. Brandon Codrington waiting at the 10-yard line. O'Donnell drops the nose of the football, hits an end-over-end punt. Codrington will let it bounce. It hits at the 5-yard line. It rolls, and it will be down by the 49ers at around the 2. Perfectly done by the veteran O'Donnell, a 38-yard punt. And the Bills will be backed up inside their own 5 when we come back. 3:31 to go, 2nd quarter. Buffalo 14, San Francisco 3. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood 1.
Do you lay awake at night worrying about what to buy everyone on your holiday list? Yeah, it's stressful. And half the time you don't even get the right thing. Well, Skechers is here for a holiday rescue with hands-free Skechers slip-ins. The right gift for everyone on your list. Think about it. People love their shoes. And once they try hands-free Skechers slip-ins, it takes that love to a whole new level. Why? Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching your shoes, no retying laces. Plus, Skechers slip-ins are perfect for everyone. Moms, dads, grandparents, kids, friends, coworkers. Just sneak into their closet, get their shoe size, and you're good to go. Plus, they come in everyone's favorite styles and colors, from sneakers to casual shoes, even winter boots. And they look so stylish, and they're the most comfortable shoes they'll ever wear. So, this season, save time, quit your worrying, and get everyone on your list hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Holiday crisis averted. Now go get some rest. Find them for the holidays at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
All right, the guys are at the game, so it's shopping time.
Ugh, I hate them all.
Ew, no, I mean JTV.
Jewelry television? I'm obsessed with their jewelry. Have you seen all of their artisan collections? The detail is incredible.
I'm all about the color gemstone jewelry. I can't get enough. Plus, they even have gifts for men.
Right now, new customers receive $40 towards their next purchase when they shop jtv.com/radio.
Did you know they have more than 40,000 styles?
Maybe the game will go into overtime.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Brian Ranke, Ross Tucker here in the Grainger broadcast booth at Highmark Stadium. Give your team an edge with Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry, plus fast delivery and 24/7 support when you call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. 3:31 to go second quarter. Bills on top of the 49ers by a score of 14-3. 29 degrees here in Orchard Park. The snow continues to fall. Bills will start this drive backed up inside their own 5-yard line.
It's a heck of a punt by Pat O'Donnell, and the Niners need to take advantage of this, right? 3 and out, maybe get some penetration here, try to get a safety, somehow be able to get the ball back in Bills territory to get another score here before the half.
Allen starts under center, handoff James Cook. Cook off the right side leans out to about the 5-yard line. So that'll be a short gain on first down. They did re-spot the ball. They had it around the 2. They moved it to about the 4. So it'll be a 1-yard run for Cook. It'll bring up second down and 9. Bills changing some personnel. Khalil Shakir comes back in. Bills have all 3 of their timeouts. And they will get the ball to start. Actually, I take that back. The 49ers will get the ball to start the second half. Niners won the toss and deferred. 2 receivers left, single man right. Allen yells out alert, drops back into the shotgun, play clock at 3. Here's the snap. Allen back, looks left, looks right, under pressure, throws right side. He's got a man that's caught for a first down over the 30, 35, 40, and out to the 44 is Dawson Knox, the tight end. Jair Brown with a tackle, but a big play by the Bills. A gain of 38 to move them out of the shadow of their own goal line.
That's the second time that the Niners had a guy win clean and just not able to get to Josh Allen. And I don't know what's going on with Jair Brown tonight. He's done some good things since he's been a 49er, but that ball hung in the air for a while. Nobody was even close to Dawson Knox. You got to make that play.
Out to the 44-yard line, first down and 10. Bills are going to let this one tick down. They do not have to snap it before the 2-minute warning. And they will let it run all the way down. And we have reached the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo with the score. The Bills 14, the 49ers 3. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now, when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Here's another great reason to use the United States Postal Service this season. Your boxes are wrapped and the gifts are in. Our employees are ready. Let the holiday ride begin. Let's start with the price. It's easy to manage when you ship with the reliable USPS Ground Advantage. In just a few days, it's sure to arrive. We're working nonstop to keep the spirit alive. USPS Ground Advantage, the affordable and reliable shipping solution for the holidays. Visit USPS.com/advantage.
Score big with satellite internet when you switch to Viasat. Connect, browse, and explore. From first down to your town, connect wherever you live. No data caps, no confusing contracts, just a fast, reliable connection installed by pros. Unlimited data, endless possibilities. Visit Viasat.com/home internet to sign up today. That's Viasat, spelled VIASAT.com/home internet. Viasat, internet without limits. Minimum 24-month service term except for Viasat Unleashed. Actual speeds will vary. Service not available in all areas. Offer may be changed or withdrawn at any time.
NFL Sunday Ticket is now only $89 through December 2nd. Watch the race to the playoffs for the rest of the regular season with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Terms and embargoes apply. No cancellations. Sponsored by the NFL. Back in snowy Buffalo, 2 minutes to go first half. Bills lead the 49ers 14-3. Bills have it at their own 44-yard line, looking to add to their lead here before going into the half. The Bills, as a franchise, have won 14 straight regular season games in December and January. That is tied for the second longest streak in NFL history. First down and 10. Allen puts his hands under center. He's got receivers left and right. Allen takes the snap. He'll hand it off. James Cook running up the right side. Finds a hole, 50. Out to the sideline, 45. And he's knocked out of bounds around the 40. So James Cook going the same way of his 65-yard touchdown run earlier. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 38. Malik Mustafa escorts him out there. It's a run of 18 for James Cook.
Well, Malik Mustafa is playing safety right now better than Jair Brown is. The Niners might have to take him out. I don't know what's going on, but Mac Hollins just totally blocking him and manning him up. Jair Brown does not look like he wants to be playing football right now. I'm so confused watching him. He's from Pittsburgh, played at Lackawanna Junior College in Northeast PA at Penn State. I don't know what's going on.
Here's a handoff. Cook on first down, stumbles left, finds a lane along the hash marks inside the 30. He's close to another first down, and he might have it. Just waited for that hole to open up, and Cook is able to move the sticks again before Renardo Green can make the tackle. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC next Sunday night when the LA Chargers meet the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, you can also hear Sunday Night Football each week right here beginning at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on many of these same stations, the NFL app, or online at westwood1sports.com. First down and 10 from the 49ers 28. Bills have an extra offensive lineman, Alec Anderson, in the game. They've got receivers left and right. Allen takes the snap, looks, throws left side. Amari Cooper makes the catch as he tumbles down at about the 22. That'll be a gain of about 6. Quick throw, and the chance of Coop go up from the crowd here in Buffalo. Second down 4 for the Bills. And Buffalo takes its first time out with 1:07 remaining before half. We'll step aside. 14-3, Bills on top. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Hey, football fans, with BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms, 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
With NFL Sunday Ticket now only $89, there's a lot to be thankful for. Like stuffing your living room with Lions, and Ravens, and Cowboys, and Commanders, and Broncos, and Bears. Not literally, of course. That would be dangerous. Get NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV for $89. Offer ends December 2nd. Sign up at youtube.com/NFLST. New users only. Terms and embargoes apply. No cancellations. Content restrictions apply.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol, America's #1 brand of shaving cream. Barbasol's thick and rich lather gives you a close, comfortable shave for just half the price of gels.
Barbasol. When I wake up,
the best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Log on to westwood1sports.com every weekday during the NFL season for a brand new episode of the Ross Tucker Football Podcast, starring producer Jack, along with my analyst Ross Tucker. Listen at your convenience at westwood1sports.com/Ross Tucker.
Oh my gosh, producer Jack is going to absolutely love that you did that. You know, I'm probably going to record tomorrow's episode right here in the booth after the game to avoid the traffic. I'll break down the food, which was delicious, and break down this game and every other game here on Sunday in the NFL. What a wild day. Special teams were huge. Some of those late game comebacks. Think about the Minnesota Vikings over the Cardinals and the way the Colts went for two late to beat the Patriots. A bunch of swing games that went the opposite direction late in the contest.
Bills here have a 14-3 lead. They've got it 2nd and 3 at the 49er 21. Allen back on a play fake, rolling right, dumps it to Cook, runs the right sideline, 15, down to the 10. Little high step move. He's knocked out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal Buffalo. They'll spot him out at the 9. It's a gain of 11. And the clock stops with 1:01 remaining before the break. Now, Buffalo is doing most of its damage on the ground. They're over 220 yards of total offense in the first half, Ross. 141 already on the ground for the Bills.
Certainly helps when you have a 65-yard touchdown like they did with James Cook, and they still have plenty of time. 2 timeouts, 1st and goal, and a minute left on the clock. They can absolutely run it here. In fact, I think they will.
Receivers left and right. Allen under center. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Cook. Looking for a lane. Runs up the middle. And he's grabbed from behind by Evan Anderson and thrown backwards. Short gain on the play. And a timeout is called. Might have been the 49ers that called this one. And it is San Francisco. So the 49ers burn their first time out of the half. They'll stop the clock with 53 seconds to go. Bills lead at 14-3. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
53 seconds to go first half. Bills 14, 49ers 3. 2nd down and goal, Buffalo from the 49ers 7-yard line. Allen lines up under center. 2 tight ends to the right, make it 3 tight ends to the right. Cooper single wide receiver left. Allen gets the snap, back on a play fake, rolling right, looking to the end zone, pumps, now throws into the end zone and incomplete. He was looking for Zach Davidson. Just came up off the practice squad yesterday. Looked like he was open early. Allen couldn't hit him, though. It'll be 3rd and goal.
I don't know why he didn't throw it to him right away. He was wide open in the flat. They had gotten Fred Warner, the all-pro linebacker, to bite just enough that he was open. Allen was looking in the middle of the field, waited on it. It was way too late. Can't emphasize enough how important it is the Niners hold them to a field goal here to keep it a 2-score game, to really have any realistic chance here.
Bills will go empty. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Allen in the shotgun from the 7, takes the snap, back to pass, looking right, looking middle. Allen throws to the right pylon. It is caught. Touchdown Bills. Mac Hollins fights off Charvarius Ward, makes the catch, and the Bills lead is now 20-3. 41 seconds to go in the first half. Buffalo has taken complete control.
Man, I can't believe that. Mac Hollins wasn't even a little bit open. He was literally just standing there next to Charvarius Ward, but because Hollins is almost small tight end sized, Josh Allen just threw it to the out of bounds outside, and Hollins able to box out Ward and get 2 feet in. Incredible confidence from Josh Allen and Mac Hollins.
Tyler Bass on for the PAT. And the kick from Bass is up. It is good. The 245th touchdown that Josh Allen is responsible for, the most in Buffalo Bills history. He snaps a tie with Jim Kelly, and the Bills have taken a 21-3 lead. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Something amazing is happening at work. Innovative tools are helping people do better work. That's because CDW configuration specialists are multiplying productivity with Microsoft Windows 11 Pro Surface devices. Built-in security, flexibility, and simplified management streamline tasks so your team can get more done. Microsoft and CDW make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/service.
Oh no, my phone.
Hear that? It's the sound of a skater dropping her phone and smashing it on the ice. Yep, it's definitely broken. But at Verizon, we got you. This Black Friday, trade in any phone, any condition from one of our top brands and get a new Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus on Unlimited Ultimate and Watch 7 and Tab S9 FE 5G. That's up to $1,900 in value. So you'll save big on 3 great gifts. Hurry into Verizon this Black Friday. Service plan required for Watch and Tablet. Up to $1,900 value based on phone, watch, and tablet. Trade in and additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
Here's another great reason to use the United States Postal Service this season. When sending a package, why venture outside? Ship with USPS for a true holiday ride. Want to stay cozy and warm? There's no need to roam. With free package pickup and labels printed from home. We have over 600,000 employees always in motion. And before you know it, your gift has delivered in motion. Spread the holiday joy this season with USPS's enhanced network. Learn more at USPS.com/holidayride.
Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by Viasat. Score big with Viasat satellite internet, no matter where you live. Viasat.com/home internet. That's Viasat.com/home internet. 9 plays, 97 yards, 2 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. The Bills have now taken a 21-3 lead. Ross, we've seen the quick strike ability with the 1-play, 65-yard touchdown. Now a 9-play, 97-yard drive. And the Bills in firm control here late in the first half.
That was a killer, absolute killer for the Niners. They had to hold them to a field goal there. It's 3rd and goal from the 10. Ward has perfect coverage, and Josh Allen just throws it where only Mac Hollins could catch it. That's why Mac Hollins lifts all those weights and has that type of big body.
Mac Hollins just upset that he has to wear shoes during the game tonight. He's a guy that does not like to wear shoes. He walked into the stadium tonight barefoot.
Yeah, that's not really smart. That'd be a downgrade in his Madden awareness rating for me. Way too cold to be barefoot. But I guess he increases his awareness rating with that touchdown right there.
Tyler Bass to kick it away. Deebo Samuel, Jordan Mason back deep, high end over end kick. Samuel looking up into the snow, has it at the goal line, across the 10, right side numbers to the 20, takes a hit at the 25, bounces off, and he's out of bounds, just shy of the 30-yard line. And now a little bit of pushing and shoving on the sideline. And the officials will get in there, get everybody separated. And now we'll see what the 49ers want to do. They have 2 timeouts, Ross. There's 35 seconds left. You run something here if you're Kyle Shanahan? You just go to the locker room and try to reset? What do you like here?
Well, I run the ball, because they've had some success running the ball. It's still conservative to do so, but you never know if Jordan Mason or Garendo could break one. So I run the rock. I think that Kyle Shanahan has messed up in this first half by throwing the ball too much. I think he should have stuck with the run more.
Shotgun snap, Purdy pump fakes, hands off Jordan Mason, runs left across the 30, 35, along the hash marks up close to the 40-yard line. Timeout taken by Kyle Shanahan. It is going to be enough for a first down, an 11-yard gain by Mason. And the 49ers with 27 seconds left will have a first down and 10 from their own 40. One more timeout to use. Jordan Mason now 7 carries, 62 yards. In the first half. McCaffrey, 7 carries, 53 yards. He left with a knee injury. He is questionable to return. Stay up to date with Westwood One Sports by following us on X and Instagram. In-game highlights, direct links to listen to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. Follow Westwood One Sports on X and Instagram. So the 49ers now at the 40. They did put a second back on the clock. 28 seconds remaining before intermission. If you're just joining us, Jake Moody hit from 33. He missed from 45. 2 receivers stacked left, single man right. Mason motions out to the left. Purdy takes the shotgun snap. He's back to pass. Checks it down short left. Samuel along the numbers to the 45, and he is tripped up as he falls forward out to about the 47, maybe the 48-yard line. Terrell Bernard made the tackle. 49ers not using the timeout. Clock running. They'll get lined up. Purdy will clock it with 10 seconds to go in the half. A reminder to stay with us for the Sunday Night Football halftime report with Scott Graham. Scott will check all the scores and highlights from Week 13 of the NFL season coming up at the half.
So I understand why the Niners wanted to save that last timeout. I don't think you can do that there. I think you have to use that timeout. They just took another 7 seconds off the clock to then spike the ball. Yes, they still have their last timeout, but realistically, you have 2 more plays left max.
3rd down and 3, and now the Bills, I think, are going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Buffalo. They're second of the half.
So Sean McDermott uses his second timeout after he saw the 49ers formation.
You know what they call that? Depending on what team you're on, it's either a Kodak timeout or a Polaroid timeout, because you want to get a snapshot, if you will, of what the offense is doing and then be able to talk about it with your guys. Hey, here's what we're expecting based on the snapshot we just got. Although I don't know how many people listening right now even know what Kodak or Polaroid is.
I was going to say, you think anybody under 40 knows what a Polaroid is?
Probably not, no. Kodak still makes copiers, right?
I think so. I want you to ask Jack tomorrow if he knows what a Polaroid is. Can you do that?
No chance. Ross Tucker podcast, I will. There's no chance. He's born in 2000.
Shotgun snap, Purdy back to pass. 3rd down and 3. Looking, throws left sideline for Jennings. He makes the catch, and he steps out of bounds on the far side with 4 seconds to go. So Purdy finds Jawan Jennings, his first catch of the night, out of bounds at the Bills' 37-yard line, and Moody's coming out for a field goal try.
So 2 things. Number 1 is that's why you should have used the timeout rather than spiking the ball. If you're the Niners, they would have 7 more seconds and could run another play. Secondly, after that Kodak timeout, I can't believe that the Bills allowed Jennings to get out of bounds right there.
Moody's going to try a 55-yarder. His season long is 53. His career long is 57. Neither of those, though, came in the snow. Moody ready. Here's the snap. It's high. The ball is down. The kick is on the way. It's got a chance. It is no good. He missed it short. It was on line, but it didn't quite get to that crossbar. Good job by O'Donnell to get it down, but Jake Moody's kick comes up short, his second miss of the first half, and we go to the locker room with the Bills leading 21-3.
Well, that would have given the Niners at least some momentum to make it a 2-score game, but that's an awfully tough kick to ask of your young kicker.
End of the first half here in Buffalo with the score, the Bills 21, the 49ers 3. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from our studios with the halftime report. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Touchdown! Throughout the 2024 season, each NFL team channel on the Sirius XM app will feature the team's pre- and post-game shows before and after every game.
What's given me confidence is how they've responded to adversity.
Get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio. Now your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the Sirius XM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with Sirius XM 360L radios.
Give back this holiday season and join the fight against hunger with SiriusXM and Why Hunger's annual donation drive. Bid on items signed by Dave Matthews Band, LL Cool J, Pearl Jam, and many more. Meet country superstar Carrie Underwood at her Reflection residency at Resorts World Las Vegas. Or simply donate. Go to SiriusXM.com/Hungerthon now.
Through the years
Welcome your family and friends home with timeless Christmas music and carols on Hallmark Radio.
It's the most wonderful time.
A channel that fills the season of giving and gathering with sounds of warmth and good cheer.
You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear
Hallmark Radio on Channel 105 through Christmas Day, or listen at home with the Sirius XM app along with dozens of other holiday channels and specials.
This is Dave LaGreca from SiriusXM's Busted Open, and I love pro wrestling. And so do you. And that's why I'm bringing it to you every day on the Busted Open podcast. Join me in a cast of pro wrestling Hall of Famers for reactions, insights, and interviews with the biggest names. Plus, weekly sessions all about their decades of wrestling expertise that we call the Masters Class. Download Busted Open now on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Scott Graham from our Westwood One studios. Halftime in snowy Buffalo, and right now a dominating game for the Buffalo Bills with a 21-3 lead over the San Francisco 49ers at the break. Let's get you updated on what happened earlier today in the National Football League. The game of the day in the earlier windows taking place in Baltimore, the Ravens and the Eagles. This was a 2-point ball game with Philly on top in the fourth quarter when it was time to break things open for the streaking Eagles in time for our YouTube TV key play of the day.
Hurts with Barkley to his left. Slot to the far side. A.J. Brown to the near side. Hurts this time to Barkley. Off the right side. Breaks the tackle. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley! He broke it. 25 yards.
All Reese and Mike Quick, Sports Radio 94 WIP. That's our YouTube TV key play of the day. With NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you get every game every Sunday. Device and content restrictions apply. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games. That broke it open as Philly beats Baltimore 24-19 to win their 8th in a row. Saquon Barkley, 107 yards. Eagles defense, as they get to 10-2, holding down Lamar Jackson, although he had a pair of touchdown passes, and Derrick Henry. Baltimore is now 8-5. The Vikings have been making a habit of winning tight ball games. They had to come from behind today at home against Arizona to do just that. Aaron Jones, with a spotty day, scored the go-ahead touchdown with 1:13 left to go, and then the Vikings defense had to stand tall against the Arizona offense and Kyler Murray.
4th and 10 for Kyler Murray facing a 5-man rush. Kyler back to pass, throws right, intercepted. Jack Griffin has won the game, and it's a high five for the Minnesota Vikings. They've won 5 consecutive games. The final score, 23-22, Minnesota.
Ball now in the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network. Minnesota now 10-2 on the year. Arizona falls to 6-6. Washington broke their losing streak today against Tennessee. Jaden Daniels, 3 passing touchdowns and ran for 1 at home as the Commanders beat Tennessee 42-19. If the playoffs started today, Washington at 8-5 would be in. Rams try to stay alive in the playoff race, held scoreless at New Orleans in the first half, came back in the second, put up 14 points in the fourth quarter, and then survived a drive by New Orleans late in the game to hang on for a 21-14 win. That makes the Rams 6-6 now on the year. As far as the other side, the Saints fall to 4-8. And Tampa Bay really struggled with Carolina today. Bryce Young gave his team the lead late in this ball game with 30 seconds to go, but Tampa Bay got a field goal to tie it and then won it on a Chase McLaughlin 30-yarder in overtime, 26-23. Tampa now 6-6, still very much alive in terms of their division race, and in the playoff race in the NFC, Carolina falls to 3-9. Our halftime score: Buffalo 21, San Francisco 3. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
No one knows football like Howard Stern.
Every time I get excited about a team, they lose.
Hard-hitting analysis.
It's not like me to try anything athletic.
And detailed play-by-play of who scored last night.
Hi, this is Travis Kelce's agent. He's going to be bigger than The Rock. I'm not kidding.
Catch the Howard Stern Show.
Today is Fan Appreciation Day.
Live at 7 a.m. Eastern on Howard 100 and the SiriusXM app.
This Thanksgiving, gobble up something good on the SiriusXM app. From dinner party mixes to a feast of live football, food podcasts, and more fall fixings.
Jarrett back, looking, lofting, right side.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, touchdown Detroit Lions.
We're serving up the perfect soundtrack for any moment this holiday weekend. Just search Thanksgiving in the SiriusXM app.
Hey everyone, it's your friend John Mayer here. Genres aren't rock or pop or hip-hop. They're real genres of life. They're like Mondays, dinner with family, songs I remember from junior high. And that's what you're going to get on Life with John Mayer. It's my music, it's everyone else's music. It's singing in the shower and a quiet night at home. Come along with me as I play music that fits the moments of your life as they happen. On now, Channel 14, and on the SiriusXM app.
Hey, this is Ken Schrader.
And Kenny Wallace, inviting you to listen to our podcast, Herman Schrader, every week on Dirty Mo Media and SiriusXM.
We'll chime in on what's going on in NASCAR today, rehash stories from our racing careers,
and talk about things that have always been between us. Until now, we're always honest.
And sometimes truthful. But we're warning you. We're playing by nobody's rules.
Listen on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. 18-point lead for Buffalo at the break. Earlier today, Seattle Seahawks going to New York to take on the Jets. That meant Geno Smith went back to face the team that drafted him originally in New York, and another guy who was originally drafted by the Jets played a part in today's game.
Adams is slotted on the right. Blitz is coming, throw inside. It's picked off. Leo Williams coming near side. He's running like a racehorse. He's at midfield. Turns upfield, has blockers. Holy smokes, are you kidding? Leo Williams is going to take it in for a touchdown. Seahawks.
That's Steve Rabel on Seahawks Broadcasting. Way back when they knew the number 6 overall draft pick as Leonard Williams was a big part of what Seattle did today. 26-21, beating the Jets to improve to 7-5 on the year. Geno Smith a touchdown pass. Aaron Rodgers threw 2 touchdown passes but got picked off once. New York is now 3-9. Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati in a wild one today at Paycor Stadium. Russell Wilson throws 414 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Steelers improved to 9-3 with a 44-38 win over the Bengals. Joe Burrow had a turnover bug today with interceptions and fumbles, and Cincinnati now at 4-8, very much on the outside looking in the AFC playoff race. Chargers over Atlanta today at Mercedes-Benz Stadium 17-13. LA is now 8-4 on the year. Justin Herbert, another game without an interception. Atlanta, however, did not say the same for Kirk Cousins. He got picked off 4 times in this game. For the second time in his career, Atlanta's now 6-5. Houston beat Jacksonville 23-20 today. Houston now 8-5 on the year. The Jags fall to 2-10. And Indianapolis, a late scoring drive from Anthony Richardson and a 2-point conversion win in Foxborough over the Patriots. 25-24 the final. Indy very much in this race at 6-7. With a favorable schedule after their bye week, New England is 3-10. Our halftime score, Buffalo 21, San Francisco 3. When we return, Ryan Ratke and Ross Tucker will have the second half kickoff. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown, and he throws a block, and his teammate scores instead. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age and older. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Welcome back to Buffalo. Halftime. Bills on top of the 49ers by a score of 21-3. Let's check the halftime stats. Sponsored by Indeed. Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed. Indeed's video interview tool makes it easy and effortless to meet with candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Well, the Bills outgained the 49ers in the first half, 238-166. 141 of Buffalo's yards came on the ground. 119 of San Francisco's came in the run game. Individually, Josh Allen 8 of 10, 97 yards and a touchdown. James Cook had 9 carries, 100 yards and a TD. Ray Davis 3 carries, 19 yards and a touchdown. For the 49ers, Brock Purdy 7 of 9 for 52 yards. Jordan Mason had 7 carries, 62 yards in that first half. Christian McCaffrey 7 carries, 53 yards. McCaffrey left with a knee injury. He is officially questionable to return to the game tonight. While the snow continues to fall in Buffalo, they did come out. They brushed off the yard lines and the sidelines. They're still out there with blowers getting that attended to before we start the second half. But Ross, a game that started okay for the 49ers on that first drive, but went downhill very quickly after a defensive penalty extended Buffalo's second drive. The Bills just seemed to take over from there.
They really did. It felt like those first three series that the Niners really had something, that they had come to play. They talked about how they were embarrassed a week ago by their performance against Green Bay, but then once they had that penalty go against them and the Bills scored, it just kind of felt like everything snowballed, pun fully intended, from there, and now the Niners have very much an uphill battle just to get back in this thing.
Jake Moody missed 2 field goals in the first half, missed from 45 and 55 after he hit his first attempt from 33. 49ers will get the ball to start the second half with Deebo Samuel and Jordan Mason back deep to return the Tyler Bass kickoff. All these fans that showed up here tonight in the snow and the conditions, they had fun in the first half, throwing snowballs around and watching their team get out to a 21-3 lead. Buffalo trying to get to 10-2 on the season, stay right on Kansas City's heels in the race for the number 1 seed in the AFC. Bills again with a win tonight would win the AFC East. Tyler Bass on the approach. Here comes his kickoff from left to right, end over end. Samuel is going to have it at the 3, straight ahead across the 10. Angles right to the 20-yard line, 25 up to the 30, 35, 40, 45 to the 50. Samuel cuts left, 45, inside the Bills' 40, and he is finally pulled down from behind there. Now, Deebo Samuel had a long kick return at Lambeau Field last week that was erased by a questionable penalty. This time, there is no laundry on the field. They're going to mark him down at the Bills' 37-yard line, and the 49ers will have good field position to start this second half.
Still no Christian McCaffrey out there to start the second half. I don't know if we expect to see him back in this game. He's out for the game, in fact. So it'll be a lot of Jordan Mason, but I'm okay with that. Give him the rock. He's shown that he can do it.
2 receivers right, including Juszczyk, who goes in motion to the left. Now motions into the backfield. He'll stop at an offset eye to the left. Purdy under center. First down and 10. Has the snap. Handed off Mason. Looking for room just outside the right hash. And he falls forward close to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2. And that'll bring up second down and 8. Mason does kind of feel like a back that is built for these conditions, Ross. A tough runner, straight ahead type guy. Certainly not the shiftiness of McCaffrey, that's for sure.
No, 5'11", 225. He's a banger for sure. If I'm Shanahan, especially this part of the field, 35-yard line, I give it to him again. Make the Bills and their D-line prove they can hold up to several runs in a row.
Second down, 8. 2 receivers stack right, 2 tight ends left. Purdy under center takes the snap. He's back to throw. Purdy looking, steps up, throws down the middle of the field, diving catch. Jawan Jennings has it just shy of the 20. Second catch of the night for Jennings, and that one was excellent. Leaving his feet, lunging out, picks up 14. Rasul Douglas was in coverage.
Boy, you're right. That was a beautiful catch by Jennings, who's having a terrific year. I mean, he already has a career-high 47 receptions coming into tonight, 628 yards. He's one of those bigger-bodied receivers that has the type of target you'd like to throw it to in this situation.
Receivers left and right, 1st and 10. Handoff Mason running right outside the numbers, breaks an initial tackle, and then he gets across the 20-yard line and steps out of bounds on the far sideline. Let's see where they're going to mark him out. Looks like maybe the 18-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3. It'll bring up second down and 7 for San Francisco. Yeah, Jennings is averaging just under 70 receiving yards a game. That's 7th among wide receivers in the NFL. Without Brandon Ayuk, he has stepped up this year. Second down, 7. Crowd comes to life trying to urge on the Bills defense. Receivers left and right. Now Juszczyk will go in motion from left to right. Purdy under center. Mason is the back. Here's the snap. Handoff. Mason again up the middle. Big hole. Mason upended just inside the 10. Another first down. Jordan Mason takes it down to the 9. Taylor Rapp, second time of the game. He's had possibly a touchdown-saving tackle. Gain of 10. 1st and goal, San Francisco.
They're having a lot of success just running downhill right at him. This was a duo play. They don't even block A.J. Epinesa, the defensive end at the point of attack. I'm not sure if that was a mistake or not, but Epinesa just came upfield, and there was a huge hole.
First down and goal from the 9. Juszczyk goes in motion from right to left. 2 receivers to the right side, including Samuel, who runs in motion to the left and fly before the snap. And it looks like this is going to go against the Bills.
Half the distance from the goal line. First down.
So it will be against the Bills. It goes against Vaughn Miller. So half the distance, take it to the 4.5. And a first and goal there for the 49ers.
Ryan, would you be annoyed if I said right now I think the 49ers should just keep running it?
I think you've mentioned that.
I don't know what else you want me to say. They're at the 4.5-yard line, first and goal. The Bills are having a tough time getting traction. Run the ball right down their throat.
High formation. Purdy takes the snap. Handoff to Juszczyk, the fullback, running left. He lost the football. It's rolling loose. Picked up by the Bills. Racing down the near sideline. 30 to the 40 to the 50. And finally knocked out of bounds. Juszczyk fumbled the ball. And the Bills recover. Terrell Bernard picked it up. And the Buffalo defense turns away San Francisco.
Sometimes it's just not your day. And for the Niners, it just might not be their year.
Timeout with 11:45 to go in the third quarter. It's the Bills 21, the 49ers 3. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Hey, football fans, this is Jim Miller.
And I'm Pat Kerwin. Be sure to join us tomorrow for Moving the Chains at 3 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio.
We'll be recapping all the action from Sunday and getting you ready for Monday Night Football as Jameis Winston and the Browns take on Bo Nix and the Broncos.
Plus, we'll keep you up to date with the latest injury news and talk with both Falcons head coach Raheem Morris and Bucs head coach Todd Bowles.
So come talk some ball with us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, Sirius XM, NFL Radio, Channel 88, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
I'm Mariah Carey.
This holiday season, the Queen of Christmas takes over Sirius XM Holly every Monday.
Mariah Mondays.
Sharing her favorite holiday music and stories.
My gift to you.
Celebrating 30 years since Mariah released her first Christmas album.
Happy holidays.
Throughout December, starting tomorrow on Holly, Channel 79, or at home with a Sirius XM app.
What's up, college football fans? It's Eric McLean and Kelly Gramlich here from Gramlich and McLean. Wake up with us every single morning on Sirius XM Channel 371. Join us each day at 7 a.m. to get the most in-depth ACC football coverage. We're giving you post-game recaps, player and coach interviews, as well as picks for your favorite team each and every week. Coast-to-coast coverage every single day. It's football season, baby. Let's go.
Gramlich and McLean, weekday mornings beginning at 7 a.m. Eastern on ACC Radio, Sirius XM Channel 371.
Touchdown! Throughout the 2024 season, each NFL team channel on the Sirius XM app will feature the team's pre- and post-game shows before and after every game.
What's given me confidence is how they've responded to adversity.
Get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio. Now your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the Sirius XM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with Sirius XM 360L radios.
Ryan Radke, Ross Tucker here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Buffalo. For the ones who get it done, there's Grainger, offering over 1 million industrial-grade products, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Officially a 43-yard fumble return. It was Christian Benford that picked it up, 47, not 43, Terrell Bernard. So Benford takes it back. They'll say that he stepped out of bounds at the Buffalo 48. And that's where the Bills will have it first down and 10 after the 49ers got the long kick return, had it right down to the goal line. Juszczyk fumbles, and Benford picks it up. We'll pause here 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for Sunday Night Football.
Hear every game all season long with your hometown announcers on the Sirius XM app. With Sirius XM, wherever you are, your team plays here.
Bills first and 10 from their own 48, leading 21-3. 11:45 to go in the third quarter. Two receivers stacked left, single man right. Allen takes the snap. He'll hand it off Cook up the middle across midfield. Keeps his feet across the 45 of the 49ers. And he is down there. They'll mark him right at the 45. It's a gain of 7. Fred Warner back in the ball game, makes the tackle. That'll bring up second down and 3. Warner left the game earlier with cramps. He's been playing with an ankle injury this year, which had been talked about as a sprained ankle. He revealed last week there's actually a fracture in his ankle that he's been playing with all season. and yet continues to play and leads this team in tackles.
I have so much respect for Fred Warner in every way, and that really just adds to it. You know, this is a very disappointing season, and yet he still answers the bell every week.
2nd down and 3, handoff to Cook, who runs straight ahead for a yard. Wrapped up by Malik Collins, and now a 3rd down and 2 for the Buffalo Bills. Back to that fumble, it was Taylor Rapp that punched it out of the hands of Kyle Juszczyk. Really well done by Rapp. Defenders have gotten so good, Ross, at that punch out.
It's a terrific point. It did not used to be like that. When I played, it was pretty much just Peanut Tillman. You know, they call it the peanut punch. Now they all coach it, they all teach it, and they've all become so good at it.
Trips left, Allen in the gun. He's got Ty Johnson to his right. 3rd down and 2, shotgun snap. Allen, quick throw, left side, incomplete. That was behind Khalil Shakir. Leonard Floyd, the former Bill, was in the area. And on 4th down, no hesitation, Bills are leaving the offense on the field.
Now here comes the punt team now.
Like I said, Bills will punt.
I don't understand that decision to throw it there. I mean, it's 3rd and 2. If I'm the Bills, I'm probably running it just about every play the rest of the game. You're up by 3 scores. You want to keep the clock moving. Plus, both teams have had tremendous success on the ground.
Sam Martin on to punt. He will try to pin the 49ers deep. Jacob Cowing standing at the 10-yard line. Here's the snap back to Martin. Drops the nose of the football. End-over-end punt. Cowing signals for a fair catch. Lets it go over his head. It bounces to the 10. Takes a high hop. And it'll be down by the Bills at the 6-yard line. So Martin does his job. 39-yard punt. 49ers backed up inside the 10 when we come back. 10-10 to go 3rd quarter. Bills 21, 49ers 3. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Uh-huh.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Running your own business can feel a lot like running a one-person relay race. When you've got to expand your team, share the baton with Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring platform has smart tools to help you attract, screen, and hire quality candidates to your roster. And they don't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, according to a recent Indeed survey. Nix the hassle. Start hiring. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit to expand your team today.
I'm always sad when Black Friday's over, until I remember the cyber deals at Kohl's. I just went and found savings you don't want to miss, like 40% off floor care finds, 50% off party-ready styles, 50% off women's boots, and 50% off beauty faves. Plus, score extra Kohl's cash with $15 earned for every $50 spent, and get 20% off some of your finds at Kohl's. Select styles, offers end December 2nd. Coupons do not apply to floor care and party-ready styles. Coupons and Kohl's cash do not apply to Sephora. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Time to check the schedule of games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by Hulu Plus Live TV. Tomorrow night, the Broncos host the Browns at 7:30 Eastern. Then on Thursday, a big one as the Packers take on the Lions in the Motor City. And then on Saturday, the SEC Championship game from Atlanta. It'll be Georgia and Texas at 3:30 Eastern. Tired of paying for cable TV? Switch to Hulu Plus Live TV today to watch over 95 live channels. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Learn more at Hulu.com. 10-10 to go 3rd quarter. Bills 21, 49ers 3. 49ers will start this drive 1st and 10 at their own 6. Had something going on their last drive, but Kyle Juszczyk fumbled at the 1-yard line. Recovered by the Bills. And now the 49ers will try it again. No Christian McCaffrey for the rest of the game tonight, out with a knee injury. So Jordan Mason in there at the running back spot.
I think it's a good time to reiterate, too, the Niners already without Trent Williams, their all-pro left tackle. Nick Bosa, their defensive player of the year candidate, defensive end. Now McCaffrey's out again. I mean, these are their best players.
Purdy, play fake, looks, pumps, throws, right side numbers. Jennings had it and then got it knocked out by Benford. It's incomplete. Jennings got his hands on it to the 15-yard line. Benford applied the hit. It'll be second down and 10. Yeah, if you look by salary, the 49ers have, about $150, $160 million worth of guys not playing right now because of injury?
Absolutely brutal. And that's another one right there where that was close to being a catch. Jennings had it in his hand, and Benford that time punched out a reception as opposed to a fumble. But these Bills have been well coached by McDermott and co.
Second down and 10. Receivers left and right. Purdy under center, takes the snap. He'll hand it off. Mason off the right side, nowhere to go. Runs into the pile. Got back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be third and 10 as Terrell Bernard made the tackle.
This is the fourth time, by the way, that the Niners have played an opponent this year coming off of a bye. And last week they were in Lambeau in late November. Now they're in Buffalo. And it's what did the Niners do to the NFL schedule makers? This is absolutely brutal.
Yeah, it does seem crazy that they've played this many teams coming off the bye. And they late season trips to Lambeau and Buffalo back to back. Two receivers left, one right. Purdy in the gun, motions Mason out to the left, takes the snap. Purdy from a yard deep in the end zone, throws right side. That's dropped by Kittle. Man, you said it a minute ago, maybe it's just not your night. When George Kittle is dropping passes, you know there's really something wrong. The 49ers go 3 and out, something they don't do very often. Just 13% of their drives this year have ended in 3 and outs. That's the second best rate in the NFL. But they're 3 and out here, and O'Donnell's going to punt from 7 yards deep in his end zone.
And he had a couple linemen out in front of him. I think he might have been able to get the first down. When it rains, it pours. Or I guess when it snows, it blizzards in the Niners' case.
O'Donnell to punt it away. It's an end-over-end punt. Codrington racing to his right. He's got it at his own 48-yard line. Cuts left across the 50 to the 45. Spins out of a tackle. And then is hit from behind. Chris Connolly, the veteran, makes the stop. And the Bills will have it around their own 43-yard line, a 46-yard punt, and 8-yard return. 9:03 to go third quarter. Bills 21, 49ers 3. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood 1.
Football is a game of inches. And just like on the field, winning in life takes dedication and teamwork. That's why Old Spice, the brand that helps men navigate the game of life with confidence, is continuously stepping up with its School of Swagger initiative. Did you know nearly 1.2 million students drop out of high school every year, with higher rates among boys of color? Mentorship plays a crucial role in changing this. Since 2020, Old Spice has been connecting boys with mentors who provide the guidance, support, and confidence they need to graduate and succeed in life. Want to help make a difference? Become a mentor with Old Spice School of Swagger. Visit oldspice.com/School of Swagger and help a young man unlock his full potential today.
Here's another great reason to use the United States Postal Service this season. When sending a package, why venture outside? Ship with USPS for a true holiday ride. Want to stay cozy and warm? There's no need to roam. With free package pickup and labels printed from home. We have over 600,000 employees always in motion. And before you know it, your gift has delivered in motion. Spread the holiday joy this season with USPS's enhanced network. Learn more at USPS.com/holidayride.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay, things people love.
Try Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. This modern-day non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a shave experience like no other. Learn more at Barbasol.com.
Barbasol. You can catch the Rich Eisen Show every weekday from 12 to 3 Eastern on many of these same stations. And be sure to look out for 2 new podcasts from Rich Eisen Podcast. All the NFL hot takes you can handle on Overreaction Monday. And each Tuesday, download What the Football with Susie Schuster and former Raiders CEO Amy Trask. Get them wherever you get your podcasts. 9:03 to go third quarter. Bills 21, 49ers 3. Bills will start this drive at the 49ers 44-yard line. Allen will line up in the shotgun. He's got receivers left and right. Bills have an extra offensive lineman in the game. That's Alec Anderson. Ray Davis, who has a touchdown run tonight, is the single running back. Allen now walks up under center. Takes the snap, hands it off. This is Davis. Up the middle across the 40 to the 35. Carrying tacklers down to the 33. 11 yards for Ray Davis on first down. And right away, Buffalo moves the sticks. Fred Warner with the tackle.
Ray Davis, by the way, he was actually a recent guest on the Ross Tucker Football Podcast. Unbelievable story being brought up actually in the Bay Area, where the Niners are through foster homes and homeless. To make it to the NFL is incredibly impressive, but he's actually an ideal runner in these conditions. 5'8", 211. He's like a rolling bowling ball of butcher knives.
Two receivers to the left. Allen under center gets the snap. Handoff Davis up the middle again. And Davis will be stacked up at about the 32. Gain of a yard. That'll be 2nd and 9. Ray Davis, he played at Temple. He played at Vanderbilt. Then he went to Kentucky. He had 1,000-yard seasons in all of them. He's believed to be the only player in NCAA history with 1,000-yard seasons at 3 different schools. All season long, you can stream the NFL on Westwood One for free, sponsored by Pfizer. Hey, football fans, ready for RSV season? Check eligibility and schedule an RSV vaccine at VaxAssist.com. 2nd down 9 from the 32. Davis and Johnson in the ball game now. Johnson goes in motion to the left. Davis is the running back. Allen under center takes the snap. Handoff Curtis Samuel. Jet sweep to the left. Samuel out to the sideline, and he takes a shot, and he's banged out of bounds by the 49ers defender Jair Brown at the 25-yard line. So Brown, who had a very tough first half, puts a big hit on Samuel there, knocks him out after a gain of 7. And now it'll be 3rd down and short. 3rd down about a yard for Buffalo.
There you go, Jair Brown. I've been waiting for him to show that he wanted to be out there. He had a very tough first half, to be kind. And I just wanted to see some physicality there and some want-to, and he certainly showed it there.
3rd down, a long yard for the Bills. Matt Collins to the right, clicking his heels together, trying to knock the snow out of his cleats. Here's the snap. Allen back on a play fake. Sets his feet, looks, throws left side. Knocked down, incomplete. Was trying to find Khalil Shakir, and Malik Mustafa leaving his feet, lunging out with his left hand, knocked the ball away. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the offense is staying out there for the Bills. And yes, this time I'm sure.
I think Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator for the Bills, thought they could sneak Shakir past him and get a wide open touchdown there. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me to throw the ball like they did. I'd be surprised if they throw it again here on 4th down.
Curtis Samuel is going to come in. Amari Cooper is going to check out. Play clock down to 8 as the Bills hustle up to the line of scrimmage, and now Sean McDermott's going to take a timeout. So the Bills will spend their first time out of the second half with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go in quarter number 3. And Buffalo leading 21-3. A reminder to join us Saturday, December 14th for Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the Army-Navy game presented by USAA. John Sadak, Mike Mayock, and Tina Servasio bring you all the tradition and pageantry of America's game. The 125th Army-Navy game presented by USAA beginning at 2 p.m. Eastern, live from Washington, D.C. For more information or to listen to the live stream for free, log on to westwoodonesports.com. And Ross, I know you've been involved in Westwood One's coverage of the Army-Navy game for a long time, and one that is near and dear to your heart.
Single favorite day of the year. Yeah, unfortunately I'll be having NFL duties for CBS that weekend, but I will be tuned in, watching, listening. If you ever want to feel good, especially good about our country and the young people and patriotic, it's just special. Interesting they're going with an empty set here. I was just about to say, Ryan, I don't think they're going to use a whole lot of Josh Allen running the ball because of his hand.
2 receivers left and right now. Ty Johnson motions into the backfield, stops off Allen's right hip. Shakir goes in motion to the right. Here's the snap. Allen back, sets his feet, throws left. Shakir wide open. He's got it to the 20, turns it up to the 15, down to the 10, lowers his shoulder, out of bounds with a first down. It'll be 1st and goal, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir coming across from right to left was all alone. He picks up 18.
Not sure how he got dropped there. I'm trying to take a look at it here. The Niners rushed 4, and again, the D lineman cannot get any footing. So there's no pass rush whatsoever. And what happened is they were in man-to-man coverage, and the Niners got bumped off on that mesh concept. The two crossing routes going in opposite directions, and the Niners defenders ran into each other. Shakir was wide open.
First and goal from the 7. Here's the snap. Allen back, fires left side. Cooper makes a one-handed catch, pitches it back to Allen. Allen racing, dives to the left pylon, and he's in. Touchdown Bills. What a play. Allen threw it behind Cooper. He made a one-handed catch as he was falling to the ground. He pitched it back to Allen, and Allen went diving in. That's one of the best touchdowns you'll ever see. And the Bills have taken a 27-3 lead.
That was not by design. It's a slant to Amari Cooper. He was going down. He saw Josh Allen running past him, so he lateraled it back to him, and then Josh Allen, like you've seen him do so often, went airborne Superman for the pylon. What a touchdown.
Tyler Bass will come on for the extra point. Snap, spot, kick is on the way. It is good. And the Bills have taken a 28-3 lead with 5:58 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Are you having the holiday horrors trying to figure out the perfect gift for everyone on your list? So many people, so few ideas. It's terrifying. But guess what? I have the perfect gift you can give everyone. Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins. That's right, hands-free Skechers Slip-ins. They're the perfect gift for a mother, for a father, grandma, grandpa, for the kids, for a friend, for a coworker, and for your boss who you're hoping gives you that big holiday bonus. For everybody. Because Skechers Slip-ins don't cost a ton of money. They last a long time and people will appreciate them forever. Every time they slip you a gift on, they will smile. And why are they smiling? Because with Skechers Slip-ins, they'll never have to touch their shoes again. Just step into them and they're on. With no bending down, no retying the laces, and you are good to go. And they're so easy to give. No more wandering the store, no more scrolling online wondering what to get people. Give the newest thing, the most convenient change in footwear that's ever been. Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins. Find Skechers Slip-ins for the holidays at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Head over to NFLshop.com today for the largest collection of officially licensed gear from all your favorite brands. NFL Shop is your ultimate destination for the official NFL sideline collection, worn by players and coaches on game day. Explore the same sideline and on-field gear worn by your favorite players and coaches at NFL Shop. To shop now, go to NFLshop.com.
The Pro Bowl games presented by Verizon are taking over Orlando. Be there live on Sunday, February 2nd for skills competitions, unforgettable player moments, and a star-studded AFC versus NFC flag football finale at Camping World Stadium. Tickets are on sale now. Go to ProBowl.com/tickets to get yours today. Well, that touchdown we just saw is like something you would see at the Pro Bowl. First of all, for Amari Cooper Ross to even catch that pass, there was a fastball behind him. He snags it with one hand, and then the presence of mind to flip it to Josh Allen, who runs into the end zone, gives the Bills a 28-3 lead. It's all smiles down there on that Buffalo sideline.
So Josh Allen, that evidently counts as a passing touchdown and a receiving touchdown.
He's just racking them up.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Josh Allen's 7-yard touchdown pass to Josh Allen. Tyler Bass kicks a low line drive. It bounces just inside the landing zone. It's scooped up by Samuel at the 10. He runs left. He's across the 20. Samuel near side 25-30. Turns the corner up to the 40-45. And he's bumped out of bounds by Bass near midfield. Another long kick return by Deebo Samuel. He's had a heck of a night. They're going to say he crossed midfield into Bills territory to the 48-yard line. So to give the 49ers good field position. Unfortunately for them, they have not been able to make much out of the field position tonight, trailing 28-3.
That's been the Niners' best offensive play is Deebo Samuel kickoff returns. The problem with that is the only way you get kickoff returns is if the other team scores and is kicking off to you. That's not going to work. That math don't work.
First down and 10, 49ers from the Bills' 48. Two receivers stack right, single man left. Here's the snap to Purdy. Hands it off to Mason straight ahead, and he runs right into the waiting arms of Terrell Bernard. No gain on the play. That'll bring up second down and 10.
Terrell Bernard is a fantastic player. Love seeing him fill the hole like he did right there. Kind of the new age linebacker, right? 6'1", 224. And he's a guy that was the only guy in the league last year, Ryan, with 140 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, and 5 sacks. And even just last week or 2 weeks ago against the Chiefs, had a sack, an interception, and 8 tackles. That guy is, as Dickie V would say, a stat sheet stuffer.
Shotgun snap to Purdy on second down and 10. Purdy back to pass, steps up in the pocket under pressure, gets away, rolling to his right, looks, throws down the right sideline, incomplete. Receiver slipped and fell. Ricky Pearsall was at the 25-yard line, tried to backpedal, and his feet went out from underneath him. He went down on his backside. The ball sailed over his head, and it'll be third down and 10. This is new for Ricky Pearsall, a kid that played at Arizona State and Florida. He has not seen these conditions much.
I was just going to say, Ricky Pearsall is not used to playing like this. You know what this is making me think of a little bit, too? Some of these college football playoff games that are going to come in a couple weeks.
Absolutely.
Some of these Northeast teams and Midwest teams, Notre Dame and Penn State, and hosting some of these December playoff games could be just like this.
Shotgun snap to Purdy on third and 10. Throws over the middle. That's caught by Samuel inside the 45. He leans down to the 43. That'll leave the 49ers with a 4th and 5. Cam Lewis, the tackle. Purdy looking over at the sideline. Looks like Kyle Shanahan's going to go for it here, down 28-3.
Well, you have to. I mean, you're down 25 points. You're down 4 scores. It's highly unlikely you'll come back in this game. And, in fact, at some point, Shanahan might want to think about when he should pull some of his better players. Now is not the time. Now is the time to try to get a score.
Niners 0 for 2 on 4th down a week ago. Here's the snap. Purdy throws right side. Caught by Jennings. First down. Turns it up across the 30. Down to the 25. Inside the 20. And down to the 17. Bernard made the tackle, but Purdy found Jawan Jennings in a hole. It turns into a 31-yard gain on 4th down and 5.
Jawan Jennings is a snowbird. I mean, he knows how to make plays. Taron Johnson, the nickelback, outstanding for the Bills. He was late. He was looking around, looking for the call when the ball was snapped. So he found himself way behind Jawan Jennings. Nice throw and catch for the Niners.
From the Bills 17, 1st and 10. Purdy under center, use check in motion from right to left. Toss play Mason starts left, cuts it back right. Mason breaking a tackle is down to the 15-yard line. So give him a couple. Matt Milano with the stop. And it'll be second down and 8. By the way, prior to that 4th down conversion, the 49ers had been the worst team in the NFL on 4th down, 3 of 9 prior to that one.
The Niners have actually done a good job getting into Bills territory. They've done it a bunch tonight. They just haven't done much when they've gotten there.
Missed a couple of field goals, fumbled on the doorstep. Purdy in the shotgun, backs to either side. Second down and 8 from the Buffalo 15. Here's the snap. Fake the handoff to Pearsall. Swing it out left side. Garendo runs outside the numbers 10 down to the 5. Isaac Garendo stretching out for the end zone. And he is in for a 49er touchdown. Isaac Garendo running outside the numbers, found some space, and he goes all the way in for the score. A 15-yard touchdown. And with 2:54 to go in the third, it's now Buffalo 28, San Francisco 9.
Awesome blocks downfield from the 2 stalwarts for the Niners. Juszczyk, the fullback, Kittle, the tight end. They put 2 DBs for the Bills on total lockdown. Garendo basically had a beautiful alley to sprint for the score.
Moody now for the extra points. Here's the snap, ball down. Moody's kick is on the way, and this one is good. And that'll make it a 28-10 Bills lead with 2:54 to go in the third quarter. By the way, that officially goes as a touchdown run for Garendo. Was a backwards pass. So a 15-yard touchdown run for Isaac Garendo, the second of his NFL career. We'll step aside, 2:54 in the third quarter. Bills lead at 28-10. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
I'm always sad when Black Friday's over, until I remember the cyber deals at Kohl's. I just went and found savings you don't want to miss, like 40% off floor care finds, 50% off party-ready styles, 50% off women's boots, and 50% off beauty faves. Plus, score extra Kohl's cash with $15 earned for every $50 spent, and get 20% off some of your finds at Kohl's. Select styles, offers end December 2nd. Coupons do not apply to floor care and party-ready styles. Coupons and Kohl's cash do not apply to Sephora. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grit for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay, things people love.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol. Its thick and rich moisturizing lather delivers a close, comfortable shave for just half the price of gels. A quality shave at an honest value. That's Barbasol.
Barbasol. Every Westwood One NFL broadcast this season is being streamed for free. From now until Super Bowl 59 in February, you can listen to our coverage of every primetime game via the NFL's official app on westwood1sports.com or by asking your Alexa-enabled device to open Westwood One Sports. 28-10, Bills on top. Ray Davis, Brandon Codrington back deep to return the Jake Moody kickoff as the snow continues to fall here in Buffalo. Moody on the approach. And an end-over-end kickoff. Davis will have a chance to return. He's got it at the 5-yard line. Runs along the right side, numbers 10. He's up to the 20, 25-yard line, and he is spilled there. Gets out to about the 27, and that's where the Bills will start 1st and 10. Well, been a history-making night for Josh Allen, earlier involved in his 245th career touchdown. That's the most ever in Bills franchise history. It's also the most by a player in his first 7 seasons in the league. And then we just saw him score on a pass that he threw, Ross.
4th player in NFL history to catch a touchdown pass that he threw. And growing up near the Bay Area, he actually grew up a huge Niners fan. The NBC television broadcast just showed all kinds of pictures of Josh as a kid in Niners gear. That has to make it especially sweet.
1st down and 10. Allen lines up under center. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Cook. Starts to his left. Cuts it back to his right. He's got nowhere to go. Charvarius Ward was the first guy there. It'll be a loss of a yard on the play back to the 26. That'll bring up 2nd and 11. Josh Allen from Firebaugh, California. Of course, many of you know the story. He sent out his own tape and letters to basically every coach in America. And nobody wrote back until finally the guys at Wyoming said, well, we'll take you. Worked out pretty well. Had a good career there, 1st-round pick, and he has been excellent here in Buffalo.
I need to pull up his highlight video from high school. I mean, he's 6'5", 250, and has a gun, and he's fat. Was he playing left-handed in high school? How did he not get more offers?
Shotgun snap to Allen on 2nd and 11. Looks, throws left side. That one's caught just inside the numbers across the 30-yard line. Amari Cooper out to about the 31. Bernardo Green with the tackle.
Josh Allen also, Ryan, got engaged last week during the bye week to his, I guess now fiance, Haley Steinfeld. I know you're all over that. You're a big Us Weekly guy.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great way to spend your bye week, right? Beat the Chiefs, game-winning touchdown run, get engaged.
Why was he doing that? He should have been watching film, getting ready for the Niners, trying to win a Super Bowl. What's he doing getting engaged during his bye week?
How dare he have personal time? 3rd down and 6. Slot left, single man right, shotgun snap. Allen back, looking, throws up his back foot. Shakir makes the catch. He went down shy of the line to gain. Made that catch and tumbled down about the 35-yard line. So he's short of the first down by 2 yards, and the Bills will punt. So that time, Khalil Shakir losing his footing. And the 49ers will get the ball back as Jacob Cowing goes back to return the Sam Martin punt.
The key play there was really the first down run stuff by Charvarius Ward to put the Bills in second and long. That's what really gave the Niners a chance to get that 3 and out and get the ball back again.
Martin clicking his heels together before he gets the snap. Reed Ferguson sends it back to him. Martin, under no pressure, gets away a good spiraling kick. Cowing back inside the 15, backpedals, makes the catch, runs up the near sideline over the 20, and then gets tackled around the ankles out of bounds at about the 20-40-yard line. So a good punt by Martin. Cam Lewis got down to make the stop. A 52-yard punt, and the 49ers will have it at their own 24, 1st and 10. Shop Jewelry TV for amazing jewelry like diamonds, colored gemstones, and pearls. Plus gifts for him like designer watches and sunglasses. Visit jtv.com/radio. Now the 49ers down 18 with 15 minutes and 29 seconds to go in this game. They'll have it 1st and 10 here, officially at their own 23-yard line. Brock Purdy 10 of 15 for 97 yards. Jordan Mason 13 carries, 78 yards for San Francisco. Isaac Guerrero with a touchdown run on the Niners' last possession.
Still a lot of time left.
There is a lot of time left.
Now, unfortunately, they're down 3 scores, but you know how that goes. It's a cliche, but you got to just keep playing one play at a time. They're coming off of a really nice drive the last time. It's been a good mix of running the ball and really throwing it primarily to Jawan Jennings, who's continuing that career year of his.
2 receivers stack right, single man left. Purdy in the gun, takes the snap. He's back to throw it on 1st down. Rush coming. Purdy throws up his back foot, and it's incomplete. Almost intercepted. Boy, that turned into just a duck floating down the middle. And had Rasul Douglas not slipped and fell, he might have intercepted that at the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 10.
It's interesting, Ryan, because there are some advanced statistics. You know, now there are people that chart turnover-worthy plays, right? Like plays that could have been a turnover. Brock Purdy the last couple of years has gotten away with a lot of turnover-worthy plays that the other team didn't pick off. He's doing that again tonight and this year, and he hasn't been as fortunate.
2nd down 10, handoff Guerrero, runs along the left hash, and Isaac Guerrero crosses the 25-yard line out to about the 27. Gain of 4, Matt Milano with the tackle. 3rd down and 6. So let me ask you this, Ross. Let me put you in the GM seat for a second. We'll do it when we come back, so we're about to reach the end of the 3rd quarter. Bills on top of the 49ers 28-10. They'll have a 3rd and 6 when we come back. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
At St. Jude.
This is Dave LaGreca from SiriusXM's Busted Open, and I love pro wrestling. And so do you. And that's why I'm bringing it to you every day on the Busted Open podcast. Join me in a cast of pro wrestling Hall of Famers for reactions, insights, and interviews with the biggest names. Plus, weekly sessions all about their decades of wrestling expertise that we call the Masters Class. Download Busted Open now on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcast.
Feel the thrill of the Premier League on SiriusXM FC.
Arsenal running riot. A quick fire double from Chelsea.
Hear every pulse-pounding moment.
Haaland scores the hat-trick. Brilliant left-foot strike by Salah. What a goal by Marcus Rashford.
From the world's most exciting league.
Absolutely glorious from Tottenham Hotspur. Manchester United turn it round.
All on your radio home for the beautiful game.
If you like soccer, you are in the right place.
The Premier League lives on SiriusXM FC 157 and the all-new SiriusXM app.
College basketball is back, and the road to the championship starts now on SiriusXM.
Knock it down!
Catch all the top games, the buzzer beaters, and the rivalries you live for in both men's and women's college basketball.
RJ Davis!
Whether you're driving, at home, or on the go, follow your favorite teams in every unforgettable moment. College basketball lives on SiriusXM. Anywhere you are, go to SiriusXM.com/sports to find out where to hear your favorite team.
No
one knows football like Howard Stern.
Every time I get excited about a team, they lose.
Hard-hitting analysis.
It's not like me to try anything athletic.
And detailed play-by-play of who scored last night.
Hi, this is Travis Kelce's agent. He's going to be bigger than The Rock. I'm not kidding.
Catch the Howard Stern Show.
Today is Fan Appreciation Day.
Live at 7 a.m. Eastern on Howard 100 and the SiriusXM app.
The copyright of tonight's broadcast on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited. Bills 28, 49ers 10, start of the fourth quarter here in Buffalo. Ryan Radke, Ross Tucker with you. So, Ross, let me put you in the Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch seat. You talked about Brock Purdy getting away with some things, turnover-worthy plays. Maybe he's gotten a little bit lucky. Purdy's up for a contract extension. How does that affect your thinking if you're those guys deciding what you want to pay Brock Purdy going forward?
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I think that they want him to be their quarterback going forward. But, you know, what's it, $60 million a year now is the new going rate with Dak Prescott. I think that's tough to swallow unless you feel like you can get someone else that can play at the high of a level that he has. I mean, he's played very, very well, especially his first 2 years. Maybe not as much this year, which is interesting.
49ers have a 3rd and 6 from their own 27. Shotgun snap to Purdy, back to throw. The ball comes out, and the Bills are on top of it. The officials right now are ruling fumble. They're saying it's Buffalo ball. Purdy went to throw it. The ball got knocked away, and the Bills have recovered.
Did it get knocked away or did it just slip out of his hand? I think it might have just slipped out of his hand. I think he just lost the grip on the ball.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Ross. Great call. Purdy went back to throw. Ball slipped out of his hand before it was coming forward, popped in the air, and Greg Rousseau recovers it. And the Bills will take over at the 49er 25.
And I don't know how big Brock Purdy's hands are, but I do know that's a major topic of conversation for NFL scouts and front offices, especially for quarterbacks that are going to get drafted into the AFC, NFC East, AFC North, because those are the type of things that can happen in bad weather.
So the Bills get a takeaway. They've had a takeaway in every game this year. They and the Vikings are the two teams that can say that. Allen goes under center. It's 1st down and 10, and now we've got flags down. Somebody's got too many men on the fields. Now the officials are meeting to talk about it.
It's not the Niners.
12 men on defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think they have enough guys. What are they talking about?
On defense, there is no foul.
I mean,
Ross Tucker 1, officials nothing.
They only have 10 guys out there.
Well, there was 11 at the snap. So let's just pretend that never happened. 1st down and 10, Buffalo. Alec Anderson in there, extra offensive lineman. He motions from left to right. Allen goes under center. Cook is the single back. Here's the snap. Handed off. James Cook stutters his feet, runs straight ahead, grabbed from behind, and pulled backwards after a gain of a yard. Down to the 24. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Well, for one drive tonight, things went really well for the 49ers, and it has been downhill since. This is starting to feel like one of those nights where you just burn the tape, forget it ever happened, and try to move forward.
The problem with that is they burned last week's tape. There's not that much tape left. They need to start having games where the other team burns the tape.
Meanwhile, the under 40-year-olds are saying, what is tape? Allen lines up in the gun on 2nd and 9. Shakir in motion from right to left. Here's the snap. Allen back to pass. Plenty of time. Surveys the field. Fires down the middle. Caught inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. Allen had all day to bounce in the pocket and ended up throwing down the middle to his tight end Dawson Knox, who picks up 17 and then makes a few snow angels just for good measure.
And then the practice squad tight end Davidson comes over and knocks the snow off of him. Again, I can't emphasize enough how hard it is for defensive linemen to try to get a pass rush when the footing is this bad because there's so much snow on the field.
First and goal from the 7. Receivers left and right. Allen is under center. Cook the single back. Allen takes the snap. He'll hand it off to James Cook. Looking for room. Bounces off the pile. Heads to the left between the hash marks. And there's nothing there. The 49ers did a good job. Didn't give him anywhere to run. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Yetur Gross-Matos was in there along with Fred Warner. Well, these guys are having fun. I mean, Knox is making snow angels. You talked about Davidson knocking the snow off him. Then when Davidson ran off the field, he slid for about 5 yards to get to the sideline. They are having a good time tonight, the guys in blue.
Yeah, I was going to say the Bills are having fun. I'm not so sure. It's interesting they're going to start with an empty set here. I still don't think they want to have Josh Allen run, which is why James Cook coming back.
Cook off to Allen's right side. Shakir goes in motion from left to right. Shotgun snap to Allen. Back to pass. Allen sets his feet, steps up in the pocket. Allen looking to run. He's going to head to the right, across the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Bills. Josh Allen with the touchdown run. And with 12:31 to go, the Bills lead 34-10. Buffalo is well on its way to win number 10 on the season.
Well, you might not want him to run, but if he sees an opening like that, he is going to take it, and they are chanting MVP, and I don't blame him. He's certainly in the mix, that's for sure.
Now, Josh Allen with 2 touchdown passes tonight, and now a touchdown run. 20 touchdown passes, 6 touchdown runs on the season, as Bass hits the extra point to make it 35-10. It is the 6th year in Allen's career that he has had at least 20 touchdown passes and 5 touchdown runs. It's the most of anybody in NFL history. Bills 35, 49ers 10 with 12:31 to go. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
The strength of America, our values, our way of life hasn't just been won on the battlefield. It's won every day in our communities when we come together, extending hands of compassion, service, and hope to those who need it most. For over 100 years, the American Legion has been strengthening communities across our nation by providing life-saving help and support to our veterans and neighbors during times like we're facing today. It's what the Legion's all about. From blood drives to distributing food, from responding to emergencies and protecting the most vulnerable among us. Our mission is making America's communities stronger.
We are one family, and therefore we care.
We are the American Legion, veterans strengthening America. To learn how you can help, visit legion.org.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws it. It's caught. Touchdown!
Like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Pat Kerwin, Jim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the draft in April. And in the summer, SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Ryan Radke, Ross Tucker here with the Grainger broadcast booth in Buffalo. Huddle up with Grainger to get more done. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by one of over 250 branch locations. 12:31 to go. Bills 35, 49ers 10. It's snowing as hard as we have seen it at any point tonight, and it has not dampened this crowd's enthusiasm one bit, Ross.
I am incredibly impressed. I don't know if I'm impressed by how loyal they are or disgusted by their stupidity that all of these people are still here. I'm kidding, of course. But there's a lot of snow. There's a lot of traffic, and not a single one of them is left yet.
Deebo Samuel kick return, and he lost the football as he got out to the 30. The Bills say they have it. Oh, my goodness. Deebo Samuel racing across the 30-yard line, lost the ball, and the Bills have recovered. This night cannot get any worse for the 49ers. Snowballs are flying again. Samuel took a hit. The ball popped out. It was Cole Bishop that caused the fumble. It looked like the 49ers had it, at least initially, but the Bills come out of there with the ball. Bishop knocked it away. And then George Odom seemed to dive on it, but did not come away with the football. And instead, it was recovered by the Bills, and it was Jalen Virgil.
They're just taking turns at this point, man. I mean, Juszczyk fumbled. Purdy let the ball slip out. Now Deebo Samuel. These are their best guys.
12:22 remaining. Bills on top, 35-10. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Finding quality candidates for your small business is no little league game, but Indeed can help you cover all your hiring bases. Their all-in-one hiring platform has smart tools to help you attract, screen, and hire quality candidates. And they don't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, according to a recent Indeed survey. Nix the hassle. Start hiring. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit to expand your team today.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Something amazing is happening at work. Innovative tools are helping people do better work. That's because CDW configuration specialists are multiplying productivity with Microsoft Windows 11 Pro Surface devices. Built-in security, flexibility, and simplified management streamline tasks so your team can get more done. Microsoft and CDW make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/surface.
Scott Graham from our Westwood One studios. Look at the Week 13 scoreboard. Philadelphia Eagles won their 8th in a row today. A win in a big-time clash in Baltimore over the Ravens, 24-19. Minnesota comes back late to knock off Arizona, 23-22. Washington breaks their losing streak, beating Tennessee, 42-19. LA Rams get a win at New Orleans, 21-14. Tampa Bay in overtime beats Carolina, 26-23. Seattle, a 26-21 winner at the Jets today. Pittsburgh wins a shootout in Cincinnati, 44-38 over the Bengals. It was the Chargers winning in Atlanta today, 17-13. Houston beats Jacksonville, 23-20. And Indianapolis scores late in Foxborough to beat New England, 25-24. We'll have all the details, highlights, and post-game reaction coming up when this one is done. Right now, back to Buffalo for Ryan and Ross.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. 12:22 to go. Bills lead at 35-10. Josh Allen's night is done. Mitchell Trubisky is going to take over at quarterback. 7th game that Trubisky has played in this season. All these Bills blowouts have given him ample time to get in the game. The Bills with 35 points right now. This is the 6th consecutive game they have scored 30 or more. As a handoff to Ray Davis on first down, running outside the right hash. And a late flag comes in from behind the play after Davis picked up a couple of yards. And we'll see about the marker. It's going to go against the Bills.
Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's Alec Anderson, who's been in the game quite a bit as an extra offensive lineman tonight. Now in there with some of the starters going to the sideline. But Josh Allen finishes his night 13-17, 148 yards, 2 touchdown passes, a rushing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown on a pass he threw. He is the first quarterback in NFL history to throw a touchdown pass, run for a touchdown, and catch a touchdown in a single game.
Wow. That's a cool stat. And to do it in these conditions, you know, of all games.
With the snow flying and those MVP chants that he was serenaded to coming off have some merit. Here's the snap to Trubisky on 1st and 20. Handoff Davis, starts to his left, cuts it back right. And he works his way across the 35-yard line down to about the 33. Be an 8-yard run for Davis. Bring up 2nd and 12. Charvarius Ward made the tackle. The 9 games with 30 or more points for Buffalo this year, most by any team in the NFL.
You know, I am amazed right now how many people are still here. There might have been a couple people that left after the Mr. Brightside, but it's 11 o'clock Eastern, school night, freezing. These people have been here since like 4 o'clock. They're just built different here. They just are. And they love it. Every game is a holiday for Bills fans.
Trubisky takes the snap, handoff Davis, runs along the left hash, and he's spun forward down close to the 30-yard line. Gain of about 3. Malik Collins the tackle, 3rd and 9. I was fortunate to be in Green Bay on Thursday night, Ross, and now here tonight. I mean, really 2 of the most unique environments you'll find in the NFL.
Absolutely incredible, both of them. You know, the thing about Green Bay that's so interesting to me, how many people are in the stands an hour before kick. They love watching warm-ups.
Yep.
They cheer loud when the punter comes out in Green Bay, and they get to watch him warm up. There's like people on the stand with like stopwatches charting the hang time.
Bills are going to take a timeout before this 3rd down play, 3rd down and 9, with 10:23 remaining in the game. Buffalo with this 35-10 lead. Join us again tomorrow night when the Browns meet the Broncos. Rich Eisen kicks things off at 7:30 Eastern with the pregame show. Then the great Kevin Harlan, the Hall of Famer Kurt Warner have all the action from Denver. For more details or to listen to the live stream for free, visit westwood1sports.com. Well, the Bills are going to be off to a 10-2 start. The last time Buffalo started 10-2 was back in 1991. They're going to win their 15th straight regular season game in December or January. That'll be the 2nd longest streak in NFL history. You know what's weird about that one? The team that has the longest streak, 2006 to 2010, the San Diego Chargers.
Wow.
You would think that it would be a cold weather team, a Buffalo, a Green Bay that plays in snow. No, San Diego, 19 straight wins. December and January, 06 to 10. Trubisky in the gun on 3rd and 9, takes the snap. It's a quarterback draw. Trubisky running to his left, and he is pulled down from behind. Tried to get those legs going, but Gross Matos makes the tackle.
Boy, he ran the wrong way. There was more of a hole to the right. Even that, I think, is a little bit risky. You don't want to have your backup quarterback get hurt. Although, interestingly, they activated Mike White from the practice squad.
They did.
Today. Now he's inactive for the game. He's the emergency 3rd quarterback.
This is going to be about a 49-yard attempt now for Tyler Bass. Bass is 19 of 22 on the year. Hit a career-long 61-yarder in Week 9. 49-yard attempt here. Snap, spot. Bass with the kick on the way. It is no good. Missed it wide to the left. Was kind of hanging on that left upright and then just drifted left at the last second. And with 9:34 to go, it's still the Bills 35 and the 49ers 10. A reminder that for every field goal that has been made tonight and throughout the remainder of the season, Barbasol makes a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, America's #1 shaving cream. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. We'll return to Buffalo in a moment. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
You've got a Pepto predicament, moviegoer.
Hey, I can hear your stomach grumbling.
Sorry, I ate that entire tub of popcorn with extra butter. You overdid it, and now your movie has turned into a blockbuster bellyache. Undo it with Pepto.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto Chewables provide fast 5-symptom relief, so you can focus on the action on the big screen instead of in your stomach. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now, during our Black Friday sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. plus free home delivery when you add a base. And Cyber Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
A reminder, you can once again listen to every Westwood One NFL broadcast this season for free via the NFL app. From now until Super Bowl 59 in February, the NFL is on Westwood One, and it's on the official NFL app too. You can download for free today. 9:34 to go in Buffalo, where the snow continues to fall. And finally, some fans have decided that they've seen enough. They start to head for the exits as the 49ers will take over at their own 39 after the Tyler Bass missed 49-yard field goal. Brock Purdy still in there, 10 of 16, 97 yards tonight. 49ers have just turned the ball over. They fumbled at the 1-yard line. They fumbled a kickoff. It has not been their night. They lost Christian McCree to a knee injury. Purdy lines up in the gun, gets the snap, back to pass, screen, left side, Garendo slips and falls as he began his move. And he goes down back at the 35, loss of 4. Daquan Jones will get credit for the tackle. That'll bring up second down at 14, so Purdy gets a completion and loses 4 yards off his total.
We don't talk about this enough. I think it's a major mistake that NFL teams make. I do not think Brock Purdy should be in the game right now. You know, they're down 4 scores, 9 minutes left. The guy, this is his first game back after missing a game with an injured shoulder. You know, the chances are much higher of him getting re-injured than they are of the Niners actually getting back in this game.
Shotgun snap, handoff, it's a draw, and back to the line of scrimmage goes Garendo before Greg Rousseau wrestles him down to the ground. And now it'll be 3rd and 14. That's a good point. I mean, missed last week with a shoulder injury. He was questionable to even play tonight. Purdy said that he could make every throw. He was confident in his ability to get out there. It is interesting that they are leaving him in this game with the Bills in firm control.
Right, and if you're going to keep throwing the ball, he's going to be subjected to potential hits. I don't think I'd have Kittle out there either. He's battled some injuries. Just doesn't make sense to me.
Shotgun snap, Purdy back to pass, 3rd and long, throws over the middle, dropped behind Deebo Samuel. And that'll bring up 4th down, and the 49ers are going to punt.
This is bizarre. When do you think the last time is the Niners lost back-to-back games by 25-plus points? That's got to be years and years.
It's been a while. Last week was the 3rd worst loss of the Shanahan era. And they're down 25 here tonight.
This might end up being worse. The Bills scored another touchdown. That was 38-10.
49ers are going to go to 5-7. Here's the snap to O'Donnell. The veteran punter hits an end-over-end kick. Codrington has it at his own 25-yard line. Takes a look, starts right, cuts it up 30, 35 to the 40. Far side numbers out to the 50. Down the sideline. Can he beat the punter? He will. Codrington down the right sideline. Into the end zone. Diving into the snow. Touchdown Bills. A 75-yard punt return touchdown. There is a flag that was thrown on the far side. Is this going to come back? The Bills are celebrating with the fans. We'll wait to hear from Alex Kemp. 49ers defense is coming on the field. They think it's coming back.
During the return, holding receiving team number 24. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of that foul. It'll be 1st down for Buffalo.
That'll go against the rookie Cole Bishop. And that will negate the 75-yard punt return touchdown. The Bills will have the ball when we come back. 7:55 to go. They lead 35-10. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Old Spice Swagger Holiday Pack. Perfect for a gift to treat yourself.
24/7 holiday freshness. With daily use can smell your bestest. I'm gonna be smelling great all season. Old Spice scents just can't be beaten. Chock full of value, saving that green. Got the essentials needed to feel clean. Deodorant, hair, body wash, and spray. Celebrate your holiday the Old Spice way. Ho, 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 ho.
Can't be home for the game?
Caught for the touchdown!
NFL Plus has you covered with live, local, and primetime games on the go.
What a game he's had.
On your mobile device, you can access live, local Sunday afternoon games and all the primetime action from Thursday night football, Sunday night football, and Monday night football.
Tonight was definitely their night.
Sign up for NFL Plus today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Subscription required for NFL Plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected. Also, you forgot to renew your website domain, and now you're in a bidding war.
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room, and now everything smells weird. All right.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for Sunday Night Football.
This is Bill Belichick. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go, 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Ryan Radke, Ross Tucker back in Buffalo, 7:55 to go. Bills lead the 49ers 35-10. Don't miss all the NFL action Thursday night on Amazon Prime Video when the Green Bay Packers meet the Detroit Lions. Of course, you can also hear Thursday Night Football each week right here beginning at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on many of these same stations, the NFL app, or online at westwoodonesports.com. Ross, I can tell you, the final gun had barely sounded Thursday night before the Packers were already talking about that rematch with Detroit. The Lions came into Lambeau a couple of weeks ago, won that game handily. Several Packers after the game said they felt like the best team did not win. And the Packers were already talking about that trip to Detroit on Thursday night.
It's going to be a fantastic game. I'll actually be there. Really looking forward to I'll be on the call for us here at Westwood One Thursday night in Detroit. That place will be rocking.
Mitchell Trubisky for his second series at quarterback takes the snap, hands off Ty Johnson, running left, cuts it up along the numbers across the 30, and he takes a shoulder from Jair Brown and goes down and around the 31-yard line, gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down and 4. Clock moving down to 7:39 to go. Bills looking at a 7th straight win tonight. We mentioned a 15th straight regular season win in December or January, and most importantly for them, they will clinch the AFC East. Last team to clinch a division with 5 or more games to go, the 2009 Indianapolis Colts. Second down 4 from the 31, I formation behind Trubisky. Receivers left and right. Trubisky, hands off, Johnson running right, bounces off the pile, cuts back left across the 35, and he's out near the 40-yard line for a first down. Gain of 9, Bernardo Green finally in there to make the tackle, and that'll move the sticks.
So this has happened a bunch this year where the Bills have been able to get their backups a bunch of snaps, and I think that's really valuable. You know, they've got backup offensive linemen in there right now, like Ryan Vandemark, who has started games this year, Alec Anderson, Cedric Van Granger. I mean, these are valuable reps for these guys to get. You know, at least one of these guys will end up playing for him in the playoffs.
Trubisky takes the snap from his own 40-yard line, handed off Johnson, running just outside the hash marks on the left. Leans across the line of scrimmage, gains about a half yard. Second down and long. Going back to the Bills clinching the division, they would be the 4th team since division realignment in 2002 to clinch the division with 5 or more games to go. I mentioned the 09 Colts, the 07 Patriots, the 04 Eagles are the others. All of those teams went to the Super Bowl. Now, all of them lost, but they all got to a Super Bowl. And that's where the Bills are hoping to end this season, in the Super Bowl.
Well, I would say at this point, Bills fans would be ecstatic if they just got there, right? If they were able to overcome the monster that's been the Chiefs in the AFC and get to the postseason.
2nd down 9. Trubisky back on a play fake. Throws right side. That's caught. Ray Davis has it. And he is taken down by Jair Brown at the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard gainer to leave the Bills with a 3rd and 5. And, you know, Ross, we talk about home field advantage all the time. Sometimes you wonder how important it really is. But you look around the conditions we're seeing here tonight, it shows you, I think, how important it might be for the Bills to get home field advantage in the playoffs.
Well, it's certainly better than not having it, but that's what I thought last year. And then Kansas City came in here and won, and then they went to Baltimore and won. Certainly the Bills are hoping to get it, and that's why the win over Kansas City a couple weeks ago was big. But, you know, I go on the radio here in Baltimore every week, and those guys, everybody's thinking the same thing.
Timeout.
Does that just mean Kansas City will beat us in the playoffs again? Because it's already happened 3 times.
Bills will take a timeout with 4:56 to go before this 3rd and 5 play. Well, we saw him play 2 weeks ago here. Buffalo won the game. Kansas City is still 1 game ahead of Buffalo in the race for home field advantage. How would you compare and contrast these two teams, the top 2 teams in the AFC?
Certainly feels like the Bills are the better team right now. Certainly feels like they're playing better. That was the case last year. You know, I mean, there's no way I thought the way Kansas City played most of the regular season last year that they would go to Buffalo and to Baltimore back-to-back weeks and win. And then, quite frankly, top it off by beating a really good Niners team in the Super Bowl, and yet they did it. They have an incredible ability to win those close games. They've done it this year. The Niners on Black Friday. The Raiders on Black Friday, the week before against the Panthers. The Chiefs just win those close games way more often than they should.
3rd and 5, Trubisky with a toss play. Davis running left, cuts it up along the numbers of the 50, and he slides down inbounds. It'll be a 1st down. It'll keep the clock moving. A baseball slide there from Ray Davis. They'll mark him down at the 46 of San Francisco. It's a gain of 9. Clock churning down to 4:37 remaining.
Very, very smart of Davis to go down. You don't want to go out of bounds. Less than 5 minutes left. The clock will stop here in the NFL. So that should take another 2 minutes minimum off the clock here for the Bills with what you'd assume would be 3 more runs.
49ers have 3 timeouts, but do not seem inclined to use them down 25. High formation behind Trubisky. Here's the snap. He'll hand it off. This is Davis again up the middle. A big hole. He's down to the 40-yard line. Gain of 5 there. Tackle made by Charvarius Ward. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 5 for Buffalo. 35-10, Bills lead. 49ers took a 3-0 lead in this game, and that was about the last good thing that happened for them.
The second worst thing that happened for the Niners today is the Seahawks came back and won that game again against the Jets. You know, that puts them behind where they wanted to be in terms of the division. Now, that said, you know, they're still in it. That nobody's really run away from it if the Niners can get their act together for this last stretch of the season.
Trubisky gets the snap, handoff. Davis again covers up the football, lowers his head on the left side, plows ahead for a couple. And now a 3rd down and short as he took that one down to the 37. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Yeah, but if you're in the NFC West, it's just about winning the division. It's not going to be a wild card coming out of there, you wouldn't think. So it's just about finding a way. The thing that's going to hurt the 49ers is they had some games this year that they feel like they really gave away against division opponents.
No question. The Arizona one comes to mind. The Seattle one, unbelievable. I mean, they'd have a much different outlook on the season right now if that weren't the case.
In that game against the Rams, they were up, I think it was 10 points with 5 minutes to go, and ended up losing. Trubisky takes the snap, handoff Davis off the right side. Davis has another 1st down inside the 35, down to the 34. Mustafa makes the tackle, but that'll just about do it. As the Bills have a 1st down, they do not have to snap it again before the 2-minute warning. And they will not. And then after that, they can just take a knee if they want and put this one officially in the win column.
I wouldn't think that Kyle Shanahan would call timeouts. That would surprise me. And if he was gonna, he would have called it already. He knows, probably like everybody else in here right now, except for some of these Bills fans, he just wants to get out of here.
Well, we have reached the 2-minute warning in Buffalo with the score, the Bills 35 and the 49ers 10. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood 1.
This holiday at T-Mobile, I'm joined by a special co-anchor.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Snoop Double G.
Snoop, let's talk about T-Mobile.
Okay, cool.
This holiday, get 4 lines for $25 a line, plus 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence and the all-new camera control on us.
Let's get cracking, like a breakfast egg.
You can use those eggs to make some eggnog, Snoop.
Respect.
And people do love T-Mobile, where you can save on every plan versus the other big guys.
You know, y'all can take some of those savings and buy some Snoop merchandise.
Always a great stocking stuffer, Snoop.
We up out of here, so drop that jingle.
Hold your horses, Snoop D-O-double-G. Let's remind people one more time.
Head to T-Mobile.com and get 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence on us, plus 4 lines for $25.
With 24 monthly bill credits, 4 eligible trade-ins, and 4 new lines with autopay. Well qualified customers plus taxes and fees and $35 per line connection charge. Cancel entire account before receiving 24 bill credits and credit stop and balance on required finance agreements due. $829.99. Credits end if you pay off device early. See how you can save on wireless and streaming versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence available now.
Bills will be content to just kneel it out as Trubisky takes the snap and drops down to a knee. And he will have to do that one more time as the fans that are remaining begin to head for the exits. And the Buffalo Bills about to go to 10-2 on the season. And they will clinch the AFC East title. They will remain just 1 game behind Kansas City in the race for the AFC's number 1 seed. Bills just watching the clock run down here. Make sure it gets under 40 before they take the snap. They'll walk to the line of scrimmage. Trubisky surrounded in the backfield. He takes the snap. He drops to his right knee. And now it's official. The Buffalo Bills have won the AFC East with a dominating 35-10 win over the San Francisco 49ers in the snow here on Sunday Night Football. 5th straight AFC East title for Buffalo. Longest streak in their franchise history. And they know for sure they will be in the postseason. Of course, their goals are much bigger than that. But they'll take it. A night where they dominated and win 35-10. They go to 10-2 on the season.
Felt like early on the Niners would have a chance, but the Bills just pulled away with all the mistakes from San Francisco.
Let's go down to the field. We're joined by Buffalo wide receiver Khalil Shakir. Khalil, congratulations on the win. I'm going to start by asking you about your quarterback. We've seen Josh Allen do some amazing things. This guy's throwing touchdowns. He's running for touchdowns. Now he's catching touchdowns. What's it like to play with this guy?
And freak of nature, man. The guy's a freak of nature. I mean, best player in the league for sure. Just his playmaking ability. Man, he's a freak, man. I can't even emphasize that enough. Just everything he does for this team and the leader that he is, the man that he is, how he treats the people around him. Just all around amazing dude.
Khalil, what did coaches say to Amari Cooper after he lateraled it back to Josh for that touchdown? I know that wasn't in the play call.
It worked. So you kind of just rock with it.
Hey, Khalil, what was it like to play in these conditions here tonight?
It's kind of fun. It is. It's really fun. Obviously, the snow started coming down a little bit harder. It's one of those things you just, there's nothing you can do about it, right? So we just go out there, try and knock as much ice and snow off our cleats as much as we can in between plays and just run what's called and do our best.
So, Khalil, you guys have clinched the AFC East now. How does that feel? What does that mean to you at this point?
Man, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. Just the time and the work that's been put in, the preparation that we've started since OTAs. Obviously not done yet. We got a lot more we want to accomplish, but this is a great start.
Khalil, congratulations on the win tonight. Good luck the rest of the way. Thanks for a few minutes.
Yep, thank you so much.
Khalil Shakir of the victorious Buffalo Bills. They beat the 49ers tonight by a score of 35-10, and Buffalo is the AFC East champs in 2024. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from our Progressive Insurance studios with the postgame report. Protect the stuff you love with Renter's Insurance. Visit Progressive.com. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Hey, this is Ken Schrader.
And Kenny Wallace, inviting you to listen to our podcast, Herman Schrader, every week on Dirty Mo Media and Sirius XM.
We'll chime in on what's going on in NASCAR today, rehash stories from our racing careers,
and talk about things that have always been between us. Until now, we're always honest.
And sometimes truthful. But we're warning you, we're playing by nobody's rules.
Listen on the Sirius XM app or wherever you get your podcast.
truly go inside the game of pro football, you need to see things from the player's perspective.
Let's go.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, catch the Players' Point.
Let's go. Let's bring the energy.
Join NFL tight end Colin Thompson and Miami Dolphins fullback Alec Ingold as they break down the biggest stories in the NFL.
It's an encouraging way to look at football.
The Players' Point. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio, Channel 88 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Every NFL Sunday, you'll hear all the big plays on Sirius XM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
Follow the entire league without changing the channel.
Chiefs are in the red zone. Let's go out to Kansas City.
Plus, fantasy football updates and post-game interviews.
From Baltimore, tight end Mark Andrews.
The Sunday Drive brings you closer to the NFL. Sundays noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Hey, football fans, this is Jim Miller.
And I'm Pat Kerwin. Be sure to join us tomorrow for Moving the Chains at 3 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio.
We'll be recapping all the action from Sunday and getting you ready for Monday Night Football as Jameis Winston and the Browns take on Bo Nix and the Broncos.
Plus, we'll keep you up to date with the latest injury news and talk with both Falcons head coach Raheem Morris and Bucs head coach Todd Bowles.
So come talk some ball with us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, Sirius XM, NFL Radio, Channel 88, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Scott Graham from our Westwood One studios following Sunday Night Football in snowy Buffalo tonight. The Bills try to wrap up a division title. The Niners try to play their way back into playoff relevancy in the NFC and try to stay alive in the wild NFC West race. How is this one going to go? Well, you take a look at what these teams were contending with tonight. It was snowy conditions. It was a little bit of wind, but it was also the blowing snow, and the footing was really very difficult on both sides. Going straight forward, back and forth was a little bit easier than going side to side. San Francisco looked pretty good in the early going in this game in the first quarter. In fact, Christian McCaffrey was very effective running the ball early in the game for the Niners, averaging 7.5 yards per carry. On the Niners' first drive of the game, they went 9 plays, moved it 48 yards. When the drive stalled, Jake Moody hit a 33-yard field goal and gave San Francisco a 3-0 lead. However, late in the first quarter, the Bills turned things around, and they did so as a drive was extended by a defensive penalty. It ended up being a 13-play, 70-yard drive that ended in a 5-yard touchdown run and a 7-3 lead for the Niners. Or over the Niners, I should say, for the Buffalo Bills. The extra point for Tyler Bass was good. Things got a little different, however, in the second quarter of this game, and it really did appear as though the Buffalo Bills were doing a better job of holding their footing on the field. I say that because San Francisco began sliding around a bit, and a drive in which they had an opportunity to move something along. After having missed a field goal earlier, they missed another, and off that missed field goal, the ball was turned back over to Buffalo. It took them one play to cash in on San Francisco's misfortune.
Bills will start this drive at their own 35 after the Moody missed field goal. First down and 10. Allen is under center. He's got receivers left and right. James Cook is the running back. Allen will hand it off to Cook. Angles outside the right hash. Breaks a tackle. 40. Down the far sideline. 50. To the 40. 35. 30. 20. 15. 10-5. Touchdown Bills. James Cook rumbles 65 yards. And the Bills lead is 13-3. 8:38 to go in the second quarter. They love it in snowy Buffalo.
65-yard run for Cook. The extra point was good. It was 14-3, and the game had a completely detectable difference in momentum. It all belonged to Buffalo, and they stamped that in when they had their final possession of the first half, taking over at their own 3-yard line with just over 3 minutes left to go in the half. Josh Allen calmly moved his team 97 yards down the field. The final 7 coming on a bullet thrown toward the side of the end zone with under a minute to play.
Bills will go empty. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Allen in the shotgun from the 7 takes the snap. Back to pass. Looking right, looking middle. Allen throws to the right pylon. It is caught. Touchdown Bills. Mac Hollins fights off Charvarius Ward, makes the catch, and the Bills lead is now 20-3. 41 seconds to go in the first half. Buffalo has taken complete control.
Josh Allen threw that ball where only Mac Hollins could catch it. He made a nice stab and had his feet inbounds in the corner of the end zone. The extra point made it 21-3, and that was our score at halftime. So after the break, the Niners tried to reset, trailing by 18, tried to get back in the ball game. They had the first possession of the second half, and they marched it downfield. And this was a key moment in this game because they had an opportunity after a big kick return to be able to see what they could do about getting close. They were more than close. They were at the Buffalo 4-yard line and knocking on the door of trying to get back into this ball game.
High formation. Purdy takes the snap. Handoff to Juszczyk, the fullback, running left. He lost the football. It's rolling loose. Picked up by the Bills. Racing down the near sideline. 30 to the 40 to the 50, and finally knocked out of bounds. Juszczyk fumbled the ball, and the Bills recover. Terrell Bernard picked it up, and the Buffalo defense turns away San Francisco.
Sometimes it's just not your day. And for the Niners, it just might not be their year.
Ross Tucker was right definitively on the first count. It remains to be seen about the second, but they have dug themselves a pretty big hole. That hole got a little bit bigger on one of the most bizarre plays that you are ever going to see. It came in the third quarter at the end of a 6-play, 44-yard drive as Josh Allen was leading his team into scoring position. Now, he decided he was going to try to throw the ball, and in that throwing situation, probably not going to be a touchdown-type throw. He was trying to see if he could find Amari Cooper and pick up a couple of yards, potentially a first down. As it turned out, there was an awful lot more than that at the end of the rainbow. It's time for the Wrangler highlight of the game.
First and goal from the 7. Here's the snap. Allen back. Fires left side. Cooper makes a one-handed catch. Pitches it back to Allen. Allen racing. Dive to the left pylon. And he's in. Touchdown Bills. What a play. Allen threw it behind Cooper. He made a one-handed catch. As he was falling to the ground, he pitched it back to Allen. And Allen went diving in. That's one of the best touchdowns you'll ever see. And the Bills have taken a 27-3 lead.
That is the highlight of the game, sponsored by Wrangler. It's Wrangler season out there. Open roads, endless horizons. Shop Wrangler.com for new denim styles made for your next adventure. Wrangler for the ride of life. Just the fourth time in NFL history a quarterback has thrown a touchdown pass to himself effectively in this one. Kind of think of it as a slow motion hook and ladder. Anyway, Josh Allen went sprawling in for the score. At 28-3 with 5:58 to go in the third quarter, this game was in effect over. San Francisco did put up a touchdown late in the third, but early in the fourth quarter, Josh Allen cemented what turned out to be the first night of its kind in NFL history.
Shakir goes in motion from left to right. Shotgun snap to Allen. Back to pass. Allen sets his feet, steps up in the pocket. Allen looking to run. He's going to head to the right, across the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown Bills. Josh Allen with the touchdown run. And with 12:31 to go, the Bills lead 34-10. Buffalo is well on its way to win number 10 on the season.
And with that, Josh Allen becomes the first quarterback in NFL history to throw a touchdown pass, run for a touchdown, and post a receiving touchdown in the same game. You look at his numbers for the night, 13 out of 17, 148 yards, 2 scores. There's no doubt who the dominant figure was in this game. He didn't even have to play for most of the rest of the ball game as Buffalo cruises to a 35-10 win and yet another division title. Meanwhile, the Niners right now at 5-7 have a lot of work to do to try to play their way back in the NFC playoff race. Scott Graham in our studios with more on tonight's game. Let's go back out to Highmark Stadium, rejoin Ryan Ratke and Ross Tucker. Guys?
All right, Scott, thanks very much. The stands are clearing out. The snow is continuing to fall. A lot of happy fans here tonight that see the Buffalo Bills clinch the AFC East with a 35-10 win over the San Francisco 49ers. And Ross, we said it coming in that this Bills team has been rolling. They continue to roll. 7 straight victories, now 10-2 on the season, and an AFC East title in their back pockets.
This is as well as I feel like they've played during the Sean McDermott, Josh Allen era. And what's so interesting about that is you think about the fact that a lot of people thought it was a new era for them this year, right? I mean, No more Mitch Morse or Stephon Diggs, or on the back end, no more Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, Tre'Davious White. A lot of the guys that had been the foundation of this team during this era weren't here. I think I might have been one of the people that thought they might take a step back this year. If anything, they've taken a step forward.
Yeah, they have been terrific, and we're terrific tonight in a 25-point win. We'll check the final stats, sponsored by the United States Postal Service. Share all the holiday joy this season with the convenient shipping and enhanced network of the United States Postal Service. For more information, visit USPS.com/holidayride. 372 total yards for the Bills tonight. 220 of them came on the ground. Josh Allen, just an unbelievable night, a historic night. 13 of 17, 148 yards, couple of touchdowns. He ran it 3 times for 18 yards and a score, and he had the touchdown reception, as Scott mentioned. First quarterback in NFL history to throw a touchdown, catch a touchdown, and run for a touchdown in the same game. James Cook, 14 carries, 107 yards, and a TD. Cook now has 11 rushing touchdowns this season. He had 4 in his first 2 years combined. He has 11 this year. First Bills running back since LaShawn McCoy in 2016 to have double-digit rushing touchdowns. Ray Davis, a nice night, 11 carries. He had 63 yards and a touchdown. 49ers, meanwhile, their struggles continue. San Francisco managed just 239 yards of offense tonight, 153 on the ground. Jordan Mason, 13 carries for 78 yards. Isaac Guerrero, 4 carries, 19 yards, and a touchdown. Brock Purdy finishes 11 of 18 for 94 yards in the contest. San Francisco blown out at Green Bay a week ago, Ross. Blown out here in Buffalo tonight. They're now 5-7 coming down the stretch.
Last time that happened was back in 2017, and that was the first year for Kyle Shanahan. They lost 40-10 in Week 7, 33-10 in Week 8. That is a long time because they've had a terrific run under Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, but this has just not been their year so far. It's not over yet because of the division they're in, but they're going to get this thing turned around quickly. Fortunately for them, they won't be playing at Green Bay or at Buffalo again anytime soon.
Yeah, they'll go home. They'll take on Chicago, then a quick turnaround for a Thursday night game against the Rams. The 49ers in a spot where they may have to win out. Depends on how things go around the rest of the division. Meanwhile, Buffalo goes to 10-2 on the season, and the Bills, after tonight, their remaining opponents have a record of 25-33. If you take Detroit out of that, their remaining opponents have a record of 14-32. So the Bills are going to have an excellent chance to run down Kansas City and get that number 1 seed in the AFC. Before we go, let's talk about our Pepto-Bismol upsetting moment of the game. A lot of them to pick from San Francisco's perspective.
Well, certainly you could pick any of the fumbles or the miscues. I think I got to go, though, with when Christian McCaffrey went down, because that's an upsetting moment on a lot of different levels, not only for this game, but, the guy just worked all season to come back from the injury, and then for him to get the toss, and he just went down. He just kind of gave himself up. And the warrior mentality that he possesses, that was tough to watch. And I think that was kind of when you knew, hey, this just isn't going to be the 49ers' night.
It's our Pepto-Bismol upsetting moment of the game. Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5 symptom relief from unexpected stomach upsets. Be ready for game day with Pepto-Bismol. Use as directed. Keep out of the reach of children. Just another injury for this 49ers team. Already without Trent Williams and Brandon Ayuk and Nick Bosa and Javon Hargrave, and Fred Warner's been playing all beat up this year. Talanoa Hufunga's out. McCaffrey had finally come back. He had played the last 3 games. They thought maybe he was just rounding into form. He leaves with that knee injury tonight. We'll see what his future is going forward. Great night for the Buffalo Bills. Tough night for the San Francisco 49ers as the Bills win it 35-10. Ross, great to be with you. As always, safe travels. Look forward to doing it again soon.
Likewise, Ryan. Love doing games with you. Hopefully next one will be closer.
Let's send it back to Scott Graham now in our Westwood One studios. Scott?
All right, thank you very much, guys. We come back. We're going to run down all the scores and highlights from today's NFL action. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Touchdown! Throughout the 2024 season, each NFL team channel on the SiriusXM app will feature the team's pre- and post-game shows before and after every game.
What's given me confidence is how they've responded to adversity.
Get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio. Now your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SiriusXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
It's the holidays, and SiriusXM's Doctor Radio is here to help with a Healthy Holiday Survival Guide. Enjoy your holiday meals without overdoing it.
Trying to avoid indigestion, bloating, and reflux.
Managing you and your family's mental health.
Seasonal depression, relationship struggles, stress, and burnout.
It's Doctor Radio's Healthy Holiday Survival Guide. Available now on the SiriusXM app. Spread the word. Anyone can enjoy SiriusXM in the car during our Listen Free event, happening now through December 2nd.
Give back this holiday season and join the fight against hunger with SiriusXM and Why Hunger's annual donation drive. Bid on items signed by Dave Matthews Band, LL Cool J, Pearl Jam, and many more. Meet country superstar Carrie Underwood at her Reflection residency at Resorts World Las Vegas. Or simply donate. Go to SiriusXM.com/Hungerthon now.
This is Dave LaGreca from SiriusXM's Busted Open, and I love pro wrestling. And so do you. And that's why I'm bringing it to you every day on the Busted Open podcast. Join me in a cast of pro wrestling Hall of Famers for reactions, insights, and interviews with the biggest names. Plus, weekly sessions all about their decades of wrestling expertise that we call the Masters Class. Download Busted Open now on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to the Sunday Night Football post-game show following Buffalo's big win over the San Francisco 49ers. Let's take a look back at what happened earlier today in the National Football League. The game of the day in the earlier windows had to be Philly and Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Eagles coming in with a 7-game win streak and a team that over the course of those 7 games led the league in total defense and was number 2 in scoring defense. Going up against the Ravens team, 8-2 since their 0-2 start, with an offensive machine, averaging almost 7 yards per play, second best all time, and averaging more than 5 3/4 yards per rush, most all time. Right now ahead of the pace of the 1963 Cleveland Browns. How would this one go? Well, it was big early for Baltimore. They had a 9-0 lead, could have been 10, but Justin Tucker missed an extra point. He also missed a pair of field goals in this game. It's been a down year for a man generally regarded as perhaps the greatest kicker ever. Philly came back and got their mojo in the second quarter of this game, putting up a couple of touchdowns, and had a 2-point lead approaching the midway point of the fourth quarter. That's when the Eagles needed to find another gear to see if they could give their defense some padding and put this game away. So to do it, they turned to the man who's being mentioned as a possible MVP candidate.
Hurts with Barkley to his left. Slot to the far side. A.J. Brown to the near side. Hurts this time to Barkley. Off the right side. Breaks the tackle. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley! He broke it. 25 yards.
Merrill Reese and Mike Quick on Sports Radio 94 WIP. That gave them the pad they needed, up by 2 scores. Philly wins it after a late Baltimore touchdown by a score of 24-19. Barkley, 23 carries, 107 yards, and that touchdown in the game. Remember, he was going head-to-head with Derrick Henry, who had 19 carries and 82 yards on the day. Afterwards, Saquon was asked about that showdown.
I got so much respect for Derrick. And the things he accomplished so far this season in his career, he's gonna go down as one of the best backs to ever do it. But it ain't basketball. It ain't like I can go out there and tackle Derrick Henry. And to be honest, I don't know if I really want to tackle Derrick Henry. But most important thing is a team win and big win. We know it's gonna be a tough challenge against this team. They did a really good job. Got to give credit to them, but got the dub at the end of the day.
So at the 8 in a row, Philly is now 10-2, and they are keeping up the chase behind the Lions for the top overall spot in the NFC. They've got a favorable schedule down the way. Baltimore's going into their bye week, and right now they can't be very happy about the way this one turned out. Lamar Jackson threw for a couple of scores, ran for 79 yards on the day, but Baltimore at 8-5 now. Their schedule still has a showdown with Pittsburgh coming up later on this month and a game on the road at Houston. It's not going to be easy for the Ravens trying to work their way into the playoffs in the AFC. Minnesota's been playing tight games at home, and they're doing just fine, thank you very much. And when the defense shows up, the Vikings have been very good. Winners of 4 in a row coming into this game. They're 9-0 this year when holding opponents to under 30 points, but they were 0-2 when allowing 30 or more. They did not give up 30 today, but they were still trailing late in this ball game. Arizona sitting on top of a lead as Sam Darnold brought his team downfield, and he looked for Aaron Jones as the time ticked down. Jones, who'd had a difficult day out on the field in terms of hanging on to the ball, but this time the two hooked up.
2nd and 2 from the Cardinals 5. Takes the snap, 4-man rush. Sam to the right, caught, and touchdown! He's showtime! And Aaron Jones saved his best for last. We're tied at 22.
Paul Allen, the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network. The extra point was good, so 23-22 with just a minute 13 left to go on the clock. That was time for Kyler Murray. All he needed was a field goal, but he had to figure out a way to navigate the tough Minnesota defense.
4th and 10 for Kyler Murray facing a 5-man rush. Kyler back to pass, throws right, intercepted. Jack Griffin has won the game, and it's a high five for the Minnesota Vikings. They've won 5 consecutive games. The final score, 23-22 Minnesota.
Sam Darnold, 235 yards, couple of scores. Justin Jefferson had 99 yards, although another game without a touchdown. He's only got one receiving touchdown in the last 8 games, but today became the 4th wide receiver in NFL history with 1,000 yards in each of his first 5 seasons. Minnesota, as we said, now 10-2 on the season. Arizona falls to 6-6. Kyler Murray's 0 for 5 in trying to beat the number 1 run defense in his career. He threw for 260 and a score, ran for another 48 on the day today, but Arizona now 6-6, and they are right in the middle of that race, which is going to go down to the wire, you would assume, in the NFC West. Washington was trying to figure out a way to get out of their losing streak. They had dropped 3 in a row after starting the season at 7-2. The last team to start 7-2 and miss the playoffs was the 2014 Philadelphia Eagles. So trying to find their mojo today at home against the Tennessee Titans, all Washington did early was score again and again and again. They were already up 21 in the second quarter when they kept at it.
Robinson to the right of Daniels, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tennessee's got 6 across the line. A quick throw to Terry McLaurin. Caught it. Touchdown. Touchdown Washington. His 2nd and a half.
Depth, Texas, and Terry McLaurin winning on the slap.
Graham Weinstein and London Fletcher on the Washington Commanders radio network. That was a big 28-7 halftime lead. Tennessee got on the board a couple of times in the second half, but not enough, as Washington wins by a score of 42-19. For Jaden Daniels today, 206 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and he also ran for a score. As Washington sits at 8-5, if the playoffs started today, they would be in. On the other side, Tennessee has now lost 9 straight games following a win. Remember, they won last week? Well, they haven't won back-to-back games since weeks 10 and 11 in 2022. Will Levis with 212 yards, couple of scores on the day to Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. But Tennessee is now 3-9 on the year. Rams going to New Orleans. Everybody, of course, remembers their championship game and the no call on pass interference a few years back. But what you don't know is that the Rams haven't won a regular season game, or hadn't going into today, since 2007 at New Orleans. Rams also coming in 5-6 for the second straight season. Remember last year they finished 10-7 and they made the playoffs. They were on the wrong side of a 6-0 score at halftime. Not a lot going right for Matthew Stafford and company, but they found their offense in the second half of this game, and in the fourth quarter, they found the lead.
8th play of the drive in a 14-all tie. Angle from the 7. They shoot it down the line. Right side. Puka's got it. He finds his way in behind his blocks. Cooper Kupp, Colby Parkinson paving the way to pay dirt. Touchdown, Puka Nacua. Touchdown, L.A.
J.B. Long on 710 ESPN Los Angeles. So that 7-point lead, would it hold up? Derek Carr got his team down to the Rams' 9 with just over a minute left to go and faced a 4th down and fumbled the ball away. That was basically it, as the Rams win it by a score of 21-14. Matthew Stafford, a couple of scores on the day, including that one to Nacua. Cooper Kupp only had 3 catches for 17 yards on the day, but Sean McVay wins his 76th regular season game as a Rams head coach. That passes John Robinson for the all-time lead. Most importantly for right now, the Rams are 6-6 and right in the heart of the race. For New Orleans, Carr threw for 184 yards and a touchdown. Taysom Hill was carted off with a left knee injury. They'll find out more about that tomorrow. That one could be serious. Also negated today was Alvin Kamara's 23 carries, 111 yards, as New Orleans falls to 4-8. Tampa Bay, third consecutive season, 5-6 or worse, and the previous two, of course, they ended up winning the NFC South. Going into Carolina today to take on the Carolina Panthers, and this one turned out to be quite a ball game. Tampa Bay had a lead late in this game, largely due to a career game for rookie Bucky Irving, but Bryce Young, who has not been known for his comebacks late in ball games, brought his team downfield late looking for the lead. If you're Bryce Young and you're looking, who are you looking for? Me? I'm looking for Adam Thielen.
Young out of the shotgun. Hubbard right hip. Bucks rush 4. Bryce in the pocket. Steps up. Eludes the rush. Throws end zone. Caught. Adam Thielen. Touchdown. Carolina. The Panthers take the lead with 30 seconds.
An Ace Schroff, Carolina Panthers radio network, and so the advantage was there, but Baker Mayfield led his team downfield, and Chase McLaughlin hit a game-tying 51-yard field goal as time expired, sending this one to overtime, tied up at 23. Now, in that extra period, McLaughlin missed on a field goal, a longer one, and then Bryce Young got his team into field goal range. Adam Thielen made an amazing catch, however, ended up missing on a field goal attempt, and that gave the ball back to Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield took the time to get his team downfield once again, and this time McLaughlin didn't miss.
The spot a little low. The kick is airborne. It is airborne. It's airborne. It is good. Bucks win. Bucks win. Bucks beat the Carolina Panthers in overtime. Wow.
Gene Deckerhoff on the Buccaneers radio network. 26-23 was the final. Rashad White had set up that game-winning field goal with a 38-yard run. Told you that Bucky Irving was the star in this one. 25 carries, 152 yards, and a touchdown in the game. Baker Mayfield threw for a score as well as Tampa Bay improves to 6-6 on the year. For Bryce Young, well, didn't work out the way that they had hoped. He had that passing touchdown and a rushing score. Chuba Hubbard, a huge fumble in this game with 5 minutes left to go. He only had 12 carries and 42 yards on the game. Carolina's now 3-9. Still to come, more scores, highlights, and post-game reaction. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Do you lay awake at night worrying about what to buy everyone on your holiday list? Yeah, it's stressful. And half the time you don't even get the right thing. Well, Skechers is here for a holiday rescue with hands-free Skechers slip-ins. The right gift for everyone on your list. Think about it. People love their shoes. And once they try hands-free Skechers slip-ins, it takes that love to a whole new level. Why? Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching your shoes, no retying laces. Plus, Skechers slip-ins are perfect for everyone. Moms, dads, grandparents, kids, friends, coworkers. Just sneak into their closet, get their shoe size, and you're good to go. Plus, they come in everyone's favorite styles and colors, from sneakers to casual shoes, even winter boots. And they look so stylish, and they're the most comfortable shoes they'll ever wear. So, this season, save time, quit your worrying, and get everyone on your list hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Holiday crisis averted. Now go get some rest. Find them for the holidays at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Welcome back to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Get renter's insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Progressive.com. Once again, our final score tonight is the Bills win the division title once again, 35-10. To make matters worse, if you are a San Francisco 49ers fan, Kyle Shanahan in his post-game news conference just said that Christian McCaffrey's knee injury that knocked him out of the game in the first half might be a potentially season-ending PCL injury. We'll find out more about that in the coming days. Earlier today, Seattle, a team that is involved in that divisional race, trying to hold on to the top spot as they went to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Jets. That meant that two of their number one draft picks, the former Jet draft picks, came to town wearing Seattle colors. One of them was the quarterback, Geno Smith, who came in as the NFL's leader in passing yards per game this season. The other was a guy who was a Jet, then was a Giant, now plays on the other coast, but apparently finds MetLife Stadium very much to his liking.
Adams is slotted on the right. Blitz is coming. Throw inside. It's picked off. Leo Williams coming near side. He's running like a racehorse. He's at midfield. Turns upfield. Has blockers. Holy smokes. Seahawks, are you kidding? Leo Williams is going to take it in for a touchdown. Seahawks.
Steve Rabel, Seahawks Broadcasting. Holy smokes, indeed. Leonard Williams, that's what they used to call him in New York, with a 92-yard pick six in the second quarter. Longest pick six by a defensive lineman in probably, they're not really sure, but at least since 2000, so probably almost 25 years. Seattle came from behind in this ball game, and Geno Smith led his team to victory, 26-21 over the New York Jets. Smith was 20 out of 31 for just 206 yards, didn't turn it over, did throw a touchdown, and was asked after the game about his return home.
You know, I really did enjoy my time in New York. And, you know, I think our team, we're on a mission right now. You know, the Jets were the next opponent. And, you know, no matter where we play, who it is, no matter what happened in the past, you know, you got to eliminate the emotions and go out there and play the game and do the right thing. And so it was just the next opponent, and, you know, glad we got it done.
Seattle now 7-5 on the year. The schedule is a bear right now. Huge game at Arizona next week, followed by home games against Green Bay and Minnesota. Not going to be an easy run, but Seattle 7-5, sitting up on top of the division right now in the NFC West. On the other side, Aaron Rodgers came into the game with his worst record through 11 games in his career, and it didn't get any better. Jets scored 21 points in the first half, none in the second. Rodgers a couple of touchdowns, but an interception in this ball game, and despite the fact New York got a kick return for a touchdown, they fall to 3-9 on the year. And how about this ball game today? Steelers and the Bengals in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's been a nice place for Mike Tomlin to go. 26-9 against the Bengals in his career, but 14-4 in games played in Cincinnati. And today, the quarterback he decided to turn the reins over to a few weeks back showed exactly why Mike Tomlin made that decision.
Steelers continue to play with pace, no huddle. Russell Wilson steps to the line of scrimmage, communicates to his team. Two receivers split to each side. Has Harris to his right in the shotgun. 30 seconds remaining. Third quarter as Wilson gets the snap. Looking now. Under duress, will fling to his right. Find Freiermuth inside the 5. And a touchdown for Pat Freiermuth.
Oh, who's better to get Luth than the Freiermuth?
Rob King and Craig Wolfley, 102.5 WDVE and the Steelers Audio Network. Pittsburgh wins today 44-38 as Russell Wilson, check this out, throws for 257 yards in the first half. That's the most in his career in the first half or any half of the game. He ends up with his third career 400-yard game, 414 in all, 3 touchdowns. Did have an interception in this one, but Pittsburgh improves to 9-3 on the year. Afterwards, Mike Tomlin was asked about his team and his quarterback.
You know, the intimacy of these divisional relationships, we know them, they know us. But I just thought our group, you know, smiled in the face of it, particularly Russ. You know, it's the first time for him going through this AFC North football. And, man, I thought he acclimated himself to it well today. He put himself squarely in the history of these series and this series with that performance today, man, and we're thankful for it.
After scoring their most points in nearly 6 years, the Steelers sit now at 9-3 on the season. And in a game that saw 82 points and 895 total yards, not easy to beat Cincinnati tonight. They end up falling to 4-8 on the year. It's going to be awfully tough to get back in the playoff race. Joe Burrow threw 3 touchdown passes, but he also turned it over 3 times in this game today as Cincinnati takes the loss at home. Chargers were on the road today going up against the Atlanta Falcons. Not great news if you're a Chargers fan because coming into the game, they were 6-0 against teams with a losing record this year, but only 1-4 against teams with a winning record. Atlanta came in at 6-4 on the season. Justin Herbert and company had a secret weapon today. No, it was not the offense. You think what? Lad McConkey, right? Gus Edwards? No, not him. Not Justin Herbert. It was their defense that was a secret weapon, and they turned things the wrong way against Kirk Cousins.
Bunch formation right. Kyle Pitts left, Bijan in the backfield. They take the snap. Looking right, throwing right, intercepted! Left sideline, 30, 20, Tar, Heeb, still, touchdown, Chargers!
Matt Money Smith on Alt 98.7 in Los Angeles. Chargers win this game 17-13, and they do it by picking off Kirk Cousins 4 times in the game. Second time in his career he's thrown 4 interceptions in a game. Justin Herbert did not throw an interception yet again. He continues that run of not throwing an interception in double-digit games now, threw for 147 yards. Chargers are 8-4 on the year as they head to Kansas City next weekend here on Sunday Night Football on Westwood One. Try to stop the Chiefs from winning the division title. For Cousins, it is not good right now. He has not thrown a touchdown pass in 3 straight games, and guess where he's going next week? To Minnesota. That's not the right way to go, right? Bijan Robinson had 102 yards in the losing effort as Atlanta falls to 6-5 on the year. Houston and Jacksonville today playing at Everbank Stadium. Houston Texans are trying to get Joe Mixon going again, and ultimately in the second half of this game they did. He ran for 101 yards and a touchdown. Nico Collins had 119 yards, and Houston got enough offense, but this game was highlighted by the second quarter play in which Trevor Lawrence was running with the football for Jacksonville, tried to give himself up and slide, and Azeez Al-Shaair ended up hitting him. And I don't mean just hitting him. He hit him with an arm to the face, hit him while he was on the ground. Lawrence had to be carted off the field. Al-Shaair got thrown out of the ball game on what was clearly a very dirty hit. We'll find out more about what happens with regard to that moving forward. But Trevor Lawrence getting to social media tonight saying thanks to everybody who's concerned. He's home and feeling a little bit better. Not better about the outcome today, though, as Houston wins it by a score of 23-20. Texans are now 8-5 on the year. Jacksonville falls to 2-10, and they are 3-15 now since they started last season at 8-3. And an entertaining ending today, depending upon which side you were rooting for, in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium. The Indianapolis Colts were trailing and trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Now, here's the reason that they wanted this game, because they've got a bye next week, and then they have got the easiest strength of schedule remaining in the National Football League. You got to figure out a way to come out with a win. However, they were trailing late in this ball game when Anthony Richardson led them on a drive downfield. And Richardson, in the closing seconds of this game, figured out a way to get his team into the end zone. Now, this is big, of course, because Alec Pierce ends up getting the touchdown with 12 seconds left to put his team down by 1. Shane Steichen on the road decides we're going for it absolutely right now. He kept the ball in the hands of his quarterback, who, as we all know, when he's running with the ball, is awfully hard to stop.
Shotgun snap for Richardson, and he's trying to crash upfield. He got it. He is. He's across the goal line. The 2-point conversion is good. 2 points for the Colts. An 8-point possession. Give it to your best player on offense, and he delivers. Colts back on top. 25-24. 12 ticks to go.
Matt Taylor and Rick Venturi on the Fan and 97.1 Hank FM in Indianapolis. Remember, though, 12 ticks to go. Drake May was going to get an opportunity to do something, and he completed a pair of passes. So it meant that Joey Sly got called in from the sideline. Now, Sly had missed a 25-yard field goal earlier in the game, but this time they thought he had enough leg to take a shot at it in the closing seconds from 68 yards out.
1 second to go. Colts 25, New England 24. 68-yard try. Sly kicks it downfield, headed for the uprights, and it is no good and just short. I mean, I thought that thing had a chance, and it comes up a couple of yards short of the crossbar. Oh, that got way too close for comfort from 68 yards, and the Colts win it in Foxborough.
Check out the replay. Maybe 3 or 4 feet short for Joey Sly on what would have been an NFL record, but New England comes up short once again at home. They have now lost 10 of their last 11 games at Gillette Stadium, 25-24 the final. So Indy does get to 6-7 on the year. They've got the bye, then they've got a favorable schedule the rest of the way to try to get back into the AFC playoff race. Drake May threw for 238 yards and a score in this ball game, but New England falls to 3-10 on the year. We're going to wrap things up when we return. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
No one knows football like Howard Stern.
Every time I get excited about a team, they lose.
Hard-hitting analysis.
It's not like me to try anything athletic.
And detailed play-by-play of who scored last night.
Hi, this is Travis Kelce's agent. He's going to be bigger than The Rock. I'm not kidding.
Catch the Howard Stern Show.
Today is Fan Appreciation Day.
Live at 7 a.m. Eastern on Howard 100 and the SiriusXM app.
Through the years
Welcome your family and friends home with timeless Christmas music and carols on Hallmark Radio.
It's the most wonderful time.
A channel that fills the season of giving and gathering with sounds of warmth and good cheer.
You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear
Hallmark Radio on Channel 105 through Christmas Day, or listen at home with the Sirius XM app along with dozens of other holiday channels and specials. This Thanksgiving, gobble up something good on the Sirius XM app. From dinner party mixes to a feast of live football, food podcasts, and more fall fixings.
Jarrett back, looking, lofting, right side. Amon-Ra St. Brown, touchdown Detroit Lions.
We're serving up the perfect soundtrack for any moment this holiday weekend. Just search Thanksgiving in the Sirius XM app.
Hey, this is Ken Schrader.
And Kenny Wallace, inviting you to listen to our podcast, Herman Schrader, every week on Dirty Mo Media and Sirius XM.
We'll chime in on what's going on in NASCAR today, rehash stories from our racing careers,
and talk about things that have always been between us. Until now, we're always honest.
And sometimes truthful. But we're warning you, we're playing by nobody's rules.
Listen on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The final score, 35, San Francisco 10. You've been listening to Westwood One's coverage of Sunday Night Football. Tonight's broadcast has been sponsored by the official NFL app, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Hulu Plus Live TV, by Progressive Insurance, and by BetMGM, the official odds provider for Westwood One. Please gamble responsibly. I want to thank our crew for this evening. Studio producer Nick Pope, studio coordinator Art Martinez, production assistance provided by Mark Grunland and Carrie Haller. Our statistician Paul Bracci, our spotter Mark Videla, our engineer Tim Parker, producer David Hagan, coordinating producers Brian Finkelstein and Aaron Cummins, executive producer Mike Eby, the senior vice president of sports for Cumulus Media and Westwood One is Bruce Gilbert. Join us again tomorrow night for Monday Night Football as the Cleveland Browns host the Denver Broncos. Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner have the action. Rich Eisen hosts the pregame coverage starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Then later this week, join us again on Thursday night for a heavyweight NFC North battle as the Green Bay Packers visit the Detroit Lions. You can catch all those games right here on many of these same stations on the NFL app or streamed live for free on our website, westwoodonesports.com. Once again, our final score tonight from snowy Orchard Park, New York. Buffalo 35, San Francisco 10. The Bills wrap up the division title. Now for Ryan Radke and for Ross Tucker, I'm Scott Graham. Thanks for joining us. You've been listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.